Hello, VOD viewers. Wait, where's my mic? Here it is. We're good. Okay. A whole bunch of stuff came out all at once. We got the patch, we got the summer scrub, and we have some TI info. I think we do patch last because that's going to be the most talking. I think we look through what the summer scrub is and get into all the other stuff. Sorry, I literally just finished. I rendered a video. I just finished the details, ate dinner, did a little walk, came back, patch. So we're scrambling to get everything open. Fortunately, I pivoted at the last second. I tricked them. They thought I was working on a Shadow Shaman guide. They were trying to get me. I pivoted at the last second after coaching today. There was a different topic that came up that is unrelated to the patch, so it'll be fine.
Zuki Big Daddy gifted a tier 1 sub to Noel 3.
Big Daddy, thank you. Subsidian, what up? Thanks for the ping. I would have missed it for a little bit longer, I think. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh shit, who's this guy? Dumbass. Okay, the patch, let's just take a quick look at the size. Okay. Oh, I think I saw a Venomancer thing in there. Okay. We're gonna get back to that because obviously it's gonna take us like 3 hours or some shit. What is this summer scrub? The international approaches, and we've just released an update that includes predictions, fantasy, and supporter bundles, and a chance to prove your skills and win new immortals and unlock terrains. But that's not all. It's been a while since we had terrains. Jupiter, you pretty excited about terrains? But that's not all. Today we're also releasing 7.41e, even though it's not everything though. Dota is a complicated game, and while we greatly enjoy the creativity and diligence of the dedicated players who find intricate and absurd bugs, we also like fixing those bugs. So today we're also releasing the Summer Scrub, a huge collection of new features as well as fixes for gameplay and content bugs, ranging from Abaddon's Taunt to Zeus's Dota Plus challenge. The list is too long for this post, so we made a page of a list of all the changes. So give me 1 second. Let me open that up so we can read through it together. Just a moment. All right. Yeah, it's like spring cleaning, but summer. Okay. The Summer Scrub 2026 update has arrived to sweep in a slew of bug fixes, quality of life improvements, and gameplay update. You can find a comprehensive list in the notes below. Okay, upgraded post-game breakdown. So this is Dota Plus, so not everyone's going to have access to this. Oh, interesting. Much more interesting breakdowns. This is pretty cool. For a while, Dota Plus has not really been worth it, to be honest. It's only if you like the voice lines, you know, and all that. But it's starting to get into some detailed breakdowns, which actually is kind of useful as you're like reflecting, you know, was this item worth it? Was this whatever? It's kind of cool to be like, I've been building all these, you know, Daedalus, and it's actually worse than one butterfly or something, you know? Not that I've like really looked through the details yet, but if it has that kind of info, that'll be really cool. So dig further into your post-game details with new sections for, you can see all this, right? Yeah, okay. With new sections for team damage mitigation, ally damage contribution, and dispels. Support's finally getting credit, guys. We're doing things. That help show exactly how each of your items and abilities impacted team play. Damage numbers now indicate which abilities landed kill shots, securing, I believe they meant to say, and we've added precise breakdowns for each ability and item that contributed to damage output, along with how much the enemy mitigated. Stop wondering how that enemy hero escaped with 1 HP, and be better prepared to kill them in your next match. So this would be cool. You could maybe see, like, I wonder how detailed it gets at, like, different times. Could you see, I finished Wraithband, and it only mitigated 10 damage, you know, that's kind of not worth it. Or you see in a different matchup, you know, you got Ring of Protection and they were harassing you the whole time and it saved you 600 health, you know? That'll be pretty cool if it has that kind of level. Hey, Posticini, what's up? It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. Well, where were we? Last one. Some argue that healers are the true heroes of Dota, and there's more to winning than slaughtering creeps. Fuel that debate with detailed healing breakdowns that track how your abilities and items amplified or reduced incoming healing, including every source of health regen for a clear picture of your full sustain. Ooh, if it has the anti-healing as well, that'd be really cool. It's a little bit of a healing meta right now, for example, the Necrophos, and being able to show the value of like Spirit Vessel could be cool. I'm excited to take a look at some games. I don't know if it'll break down older games. We might have to play a game and take a look. These new breakdowns can all be filtered by game time, letting you, oh, they can, to understand exactly. Okay, I'm actually really excited to look into this. This could be very cool for nerd shit. Yeah. Once I understand this, not only can I improve myself, but when you guys come up with whack-ass builds and you're like, Zach, why can't I do this? We can zoom in and be like, you see this? 0 damage. New levels of roasting and knowledge are becoming possible. How long? Oh my god. This is a lot longer than I... Oh, it also includes the patch. Okay. But still, that's a lot longer than I thought. Maybe it's a huge list of bug fixes, though, that we can kind of zoom through. Can someone let me know when Zach shows his 6K rank? Oh, they did. I did get a notification in the... I saw here Immortal rank players have had their MMRs adjusted. What's the damage? I'm 6K now. Nice. We can do the climb again. Hell yeah. 1,000 MMR lost in a day. Is that even a record?
Post Hakini gifted a tier 1 sub to a Bromis_Brahma.
Post Achini, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the commiseration sub and gift. sorry for your lost 1,000 MMR, Zach. A consolation here. No, I'm guessing they're trying to... What I'm curious is like these top rank players who are at like 15, 16, 17K, right? Did they get dropped down 1,000 MMR? Or is it like... right? Because for those of you that don't know, recently, people have also been gaining 40 MMR for a win if they're below 4K, but only minus 25. So I felt they were trying to spread the distribution a little bit differently, because our bell curve is very bizarre on Dota. It's like the average player is around Crusader, which is 2K, so it's like zoop, way over there, because it goes 2K is average, and then like the peak is 17K or something. So it's really bizarre. So I wonder if they're trying to shrink it down and like have a more proper bell curve. I haven't actually read through the change yet, though. Maybe it's in like the summer scrub. Quinn is 9K? Dang, and he was 16K? He lost more MMR than I ever had. But again, MMR is all like very relative, so the number doesn't really matter. Though I guess the ability to break the MMR record is going to be pretty difficult nowadays. Okay. Non-hero unit hotkey customization. So for a while, this was just like paired with whatever your hero was. So I imagine you're just able to customize all of it. They've been doing this pretty consistently where they keep adding these quality of life changes, which I love. Just a little bit more customization for the hotkeys you like. So for example, okay, I realize Lone Drew is not a very popular hero. Perhaps this came up with the his recent resurgence, but the bear teleport is the same button as the bear summon. And so for a long time, if you misclicked, like it's a difference of the bear coming back to you on what used to be like a 10-second CD or whatever. And then, oh shit, I accidentally resummoned my bear and I didn't need to. And now it's on cooldown for like 100 seconds. So being able to rewind around is pretty good. Okay, bug fixes. Now, I don't think I'm going to read all of these on stream right now. It just seems like quite a lot. And also, I caught a glimpse that there are matchmaking changes, which is actually a lot more interesting. But yeah, it just looks like they fixed a ton of different bugs. So I don't know. If you guys have read through it and there's any huge one that you think is worth taking a look at, let me know. But I will just, we'll come back to that maybe later. Same with ability draft. I like that they're doing ability draft fixes because it's technically just another game mode that is, I don't think, really the focus. I'd be curious on what their data is, but I imagine most players just do like regular Dota, ranked Dota, like unranked, ranked, turbo are probably the top three. But they keep doing updates to ability draft too, which is quite nice. I bet ability draft is like the fourth most common or something. Okay, so matchmaking. Immortal ranked players have had their MMR adjusted. All players are now between 1 and 9.5. Okay, so the peak you can get is 9.5. So Quinn being at 9K is still keeping him in that like top 0.1% of players or whatever. The cutoff for Immortal Draft is still 8.5. So now when Dota 2 Pro Tracker pulls replays from like 7K to 8.5K, that is a lot more meaningful than what it used to be. I think, again, not exactly sure what the distribution fully looks like or anything. Relative player placement and leaderboard positions are unchanged. Yeah, I'm sure. Random Draft and Ranked Classic have been removed from the available ranked modes. Random Draft and Ranked Classic. Rest in peace, Ranked Classic people. So we're all in ranked roles now. Unless you're in, like, Captain's Draft or whatever, Immortal Draft. Added new option for automatically select all roles when no role queue tokens available to the Ranked Play tab. This option is defaulted false. When players unlock Ranked for the first time, they also get 5 role queue tokens. Oh, that's nice. I can't help but notice there are no actual changes to Immortal Draft, which did have its problems. So that part's a little disappointing. And I'm not even really in Immortal Draft games. I sometimes got pulled into it when we were playing on. So I mean, this is the NA player base thing. My peak is like 7.5 or something, and around there, when we queue on US East, we sometimes get pulled into Immortal Draft games, which was at 8.5. So like we have that few players over that. Depending on the time of day you play. Admittedly, I'm playing at like a weird time of day. Because it's I'm privileged to be able to do this in the middle of the day when other people are working, but like that's problematic. So I had been in some of them, yeah, this is not seeing it changed is a little sad. Maybe that'll be in the future, but I mean it's been this way for a while. I do like this overall. I don't fully know how I feel about this, but I also imagine splitting the queue of players between Ranked Classic and role queue wasn't really doing Valve very many favors. So I kind of understand consolidating your ranked player pool to make it easier to find good games. I did summon the patch, yeah, but I didn't work on a hero guide. I pivoted at the last second to talk about split pushing and making space as a support, which I haven't read the patch, but I imagine the patch is mostly numbers things on items and heroes, and the map and like good play should still be the same. I hope. The thumbnail and it's on YouTube. It is set for 9 a.m. tomorrow, US East. I don't know why I said US East time zone. Eastern time zone, you know. Well, we'll see. Cosmetic. Fix a number of heroes losing their custom portrait data after being hexed. How about a setting for just no cosmetics? Fix custom set sometimes incorrectly. Fix incorrect, blah, blah, blah. Fix innate, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, none of this matters that much. I would love a setting to just not have cosmetics. I wouldn't even use it, really. I don't mind the cosmetics that are in the game. If I was really try-harding, I actually probably would turn it off. But I really think it should be a setting at this point, because the items are getting further and further from glance value, which was originally one of the rules, and it's like, it's crazy shit now. You know, it's like, is this a drow? Is this a PA? I don't know, right? Like, it's getting out there. So I really think we need a setting to just turn off cosmetics. Okay, so these are just a bunch of cosmetic buff fixes, which cosmetic fixes, not buffs. Classic Rubik. We just won't worry about that. That's not that important. Okay, miscellaneous. Disallow the courier from purchasing shard when its owner already has the shard modifier. Preserve special case for Lone Druid Bear. Okay. But does this change, like, having bought the shard and it's on the way and then your team kills Tormentor and then you get the shard and there's a second shard? Because that's the thing we need to fix. If I have already bought the shard, well, I guess you could abuse that, actually. Like, if you wanted it to go to a certain hero, you could all buy shards as the Tormentor is dying, and then it goes to your carry, and then everyone sells the shards. Which, actually, maybe the carries would actually do Tormentor consistently if you could work that trick in. But then someone's like, oh no, I didn't buy it in time. My bad. Maybe you can't do that. But it sucks. It sucks. You should have the option to sell the shard at full value. Yeah, I feel like that would solve it, right? Because you can't manipulate who it goes to because you don't actually have it yet. But if it's still on your courier when the Tormentor gives it to you and you can sell it for full value, then that would resolve the issue. Anyways, okay. Recap summary now shows healing done by both teams. I don't care that much. Fix a rare case. Okay. This seems like more bug fixes that are just miscellaneous. There might be something big in here that could be useful, but again, I think we'll just read it off of either at the end of the stream when we've covered the more interesting things, or I'll read it offline, and if there's anything big, I'll highlight it for you guys later. Guides, do they work? Are they easier to search now? Doesn't... Oh, this is nice. I had noticed this as someone who like makes the guides, and I was doing it earlier today, actually preparing for the Shadow Shaman one. Since they changed it that you could pick talents at level 10, the guides like didn't let you do that, right? It was like pick an ability or a talent, and you're like, but I can do both, and the guide's like, shut up, you can't. So I'm glad they finally adjusted that. Okay. Dota Labs, modifier keys for filtering unit interactions have been moved to regular. Okay, so they approved that one. They liked it. Overlay maps also moved over. I think it's a great addition. Show match evaluation details Dota Plus is set to on for Dota Plus players and has been removed for Dota Plus. So that's now an official part of it. Okay, cool. Dynamic health bar is set to on for players and has been removed. So this is just... everyone has this now. They decided this should just be how the game works. It's not even a setting. It just is. I don't fully mind, but I feel like some people will. I think it should still be a setting. Maybe I'm misunderstanding that. Set unit hotkeys to legacy key setting is only visible with users with legacy key on. Sure. Yeah, this is also a great addition. That should have just been make it a regular one. Okay, Dota Plus. Adjusted things to be broken again in the future. Broke relics, blah, blah, blah. Bug fix, bug fix, bug fix, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, who cares? Okay. 7.41 patch notes. We can go back to the client. And also, we're actually not even going to do this quite yet. I want to look at... So that's the summer sweep up scrub stuff. TI stuff is now out, which, let's take a look. Cool. Very, very culturally relevant. Nearly a year has passed since Team Falcons hoisted the Aegis of Champions as the final team standing in Hamburg. But that was last year's story, and the time has come to turn our thoughts to Shanghai and the crop of competitors who vie to write the tale of this year. All of their battles have brought them to the precipice. The International is just 2 weeks away. Is it really? Holy shit, oh my god. After a decisive month of intense qualifiers, dominant performances from prior champions, and upset victories from up-and-comers, all 16 teams have earned their invitation to this year's International. Now it's time for us to extend an invitation to you. We've just released an update featuring this year's TI-themed activities and item bundles. Not sure what that means? Keep reading for a handy guide to all the different ways to participate so you can find the content that's most interesting to you. I want to directly support my favorite teams and personalities. I want to support my favorite personalities with supporter bundles for all 16 teams and more than 100 participating event talent. There's never a better time to support your favorites. In addition to the 4 primary event languages, this year we're also offering community bundles for WXC Co. Filipino, NS Art, Brazilian Portuguese, and Maincast Ukrainian. I like that they're doing this for the community stuff. 50% of sales from supporter bundles, teams, talent, and community podcasts goes directly to the team or talent, and 30% goes to the tournament prize pool. Where's the remainder? To the Valve. I want to show off that I supported my favorite teams. Purchasing team supporter bundles of various levels will grant all kinds of things, custom sprays, blah, 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 stuff. New this year as part of a gold tier, a global effigy. What does that mean? Like the statues? The statues can show the teams? That's pretty cool. That seems like we should have had that ages ago. This new building will replace your regular effigy through the end of September. Just make it permanent. Oh my God. Allowing you to show your team support right in your base. Not supportive enough, you can purchase additional supporter levels to make it permanent. Okay. We really should have been making use of the effigies to sell support long ago. It really should be permanent. I don't know. I'm right about everything. Help me prove it. Predictions are back. How will the Swiss matches shake out? What about the brackets? Fun fact, exactly 0 have ever gotten the full Swiss stage results correct. Will you be the first this year? Not if you don't get your guesses in before the first match. Thursday, 8/13. I'm a huge fan of my favorite team, but I dislike all their choices and wish I was in charge. We've got a new take on fantasy this year. We're mixing it up again. We've introduced a new customization point. You're the coach and can now assign custom modifiers to yourself that influence your whole team. We've also updated prefixes, suffixes, and the player drafting rules. You'll draft your perfect team in mostly pairs, both supports from one team, the safe laner and off laner from one team, and then your favorite mid laner. This is interesting. I'll tell you right now, guys, I will probably have a video like highlighting this stuff, but I'm going to tell you, just keep an eye out for whatever. Someone on Reddit always makes a very in-depth statistician predictions thing. Go look at that. Just copy what they say. You'll be in the top 10% at minimum. I'm a Dota player, and I'm already assuming I'll be the best at everything. What do I win? Like last year, awards will be granted to participating players based on their performance relative to everyone else. Tyrion Regalia, I forgot about that. Treasure is making a royal return with 5 refashioned immortal items, exclusively available to the top performing players. I hope it is one for every role. I know heroes can shift around, but there should be a hero for every role. At minimum, there should be core and support heroes. I think it was kind of that way last year. I don't think it was intentionally planned, but I personally think it should go that way because it would suck to top place and then it's none of these are even my preferred role. I know you may not play every hero, right? You got to hope at least one of the 5 is something you play, but at least there's 5 roles, you might as well, right? Anyways, whatever. New this year is the terrain token, which will allow winners to choose one of 6 returning. Oh, so it's not even new. But if you never got to get one of these terrains, there you go. I guess it's nice. You might as well reuse stuff for players that missed out on it. All this is great, but I did my predictions, blah, 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 blah. What do I do now? Good news, we just shipped the gameplay patch. Okay. So let's take a look, guys. First, the rosters. I think you're probably best off between Boom Boys, Yandex. I forgot their Iron Wing for this. Or Spirit. Just looking at Team Vision duo is also pretty good. And then depending how well you think China's gonna do at the home advantage between Shiro Bach and then Ame and XXS. That's probably the best. Though again, I don't really know the statistics with the number shifting and all that stuff. That's just my feeling. Over here, it's probably quite similar, actually. Though here, I think I would favor Yandex, Vision, Boom Boys. It's just like a matter of how the support players function, like how greedy or whatever they are. But the thing is like, again, I don't fully, if they've changed the numbers, I don't know where the majority of points will come from. So again, wait for some statistician to put a very detailed post and copy it. So what are the rewards? Let's see. The regalia is what? We got Disruptor, we got Nyx, we got Drow, Storm, and Timber. So they did get one of all the roles. That's good. That's good. Yo, Alex, what's up? How long has Boxy been in position for? Since like 5 years or something. Since they shuffled 5 or 6 years since he switched from offlane. So who do we got? Disruptor, Nyx. Okay, so I mean, I would go Disruptor if I got this purple stuff. I would do Disruptor. They're all not bad though. For what they are, I guess. Terra token. So what can you pick? 6 terrains I never use because they're distracting, and also I own all of them. I am a whale of a supporter, I suppose, is what this page is telling me. I have all the terrains already. Oh god. Oh no. All right, loading screen number 1. Can't even see it that clearly. Good god. 17. The rest are the teams, right? Okay, hold on. We can't even see them clearly from there. I like that they gave it to us for free.
Well played. Never give up.
Royally.
Marvel at the spectacle. That was regrettable.
Cool. Some voice lines for free for everybody. Okay, so what are the... I never really care about the team ones, but, you know, they're nice enough. What do we got? These are the wins from last year. This is really cool, actually. I really like this design. What's your favorite terrain? Immortal Gardens, I think, is the best one. If I were to use another screen, Immortal Gardens is the best because the trees are very consistent. So it's the easiest to see the tree lines, in my opinions. A lot of the other ones are cool to look at, but actually super distracting and really confusing what is like good or not. Another one I like is Monkey King's one, the one that came out with him. I forget what it's called. It looks great, but there are some parts, especially like the cliffs, it's very confusing on like, no, that's not actually, you can't stand there. And you're like, what? I can't stand there. Like, it's clearly like I can stand there. Like, no, you can't stand there. So that's why I prefer the default as a tryhard. And I think Immortal Guardians was the closest like next one. I take that back. Some of them are just like desert theme, and those are pretty fine, but I just find like the extra colors and movement like distracting. I really like this year's TI stuff. I really like the design. I don't know if I'm culturally biased or anything, but I like it. Should these have just been should the regalia just be heroes from the last 5? Now that I think about it, why didn't they just pick these? Well, I guess then we'd be like, well, now it's 2 carries. We have Naga. She's not a support anymore. Maybe they couldn't do it, but I feel like that'd be a good 5 to pick. Wow, the last set of screens I have is from there. Okay. Back to TI stuff. So what else? So the top 100 get 5 regalias. I think that's how it worked last year. Or is 5 new? I don't actually remember them being 5. But, I mean, there would only be 100 people who had 5. So, like, I don't know if I would have really remembered that. I think I finished with 1 last year. I think I was in here. I think I was actually pretty close to 1,500. Okay, is that everything on this? Oh, no, fantasy, we saw that. Predictions, we'll figure that out later. Team bundles, talent bundles. All right, guys. Quick story. Why is my background different? What the? Is it because they gave it to us? Suns fan. What the heck? I was actually gonna do a different one. So I'm not gonna show it and dox myself, but my wedding welcome sign was made as a like YouTube thumbnail, and I you know that meme with the I forget what they're called, but one guy's like, and then the other's like, so my wife was like one side and I was the other side. So I was gonna recreate it and be like, but the camera setting, the hand was blurry in the picture, and this was right before Paris. I had to do this before going to Paris. So I didn't have time to like redo the picture and like make the hand like clean and not gross. So I did a very boring picture here. Do I have the other one done? Maybe I can upload a PNG so you guys can see it. But I'm gonna hope that next year we get invited again, you know, and then I'll do the face then if I haven't thought of a better one. Where would I have saved this? Dota archive, TI. I don't think I saved it, or if it is, it's buried somewhere, not where I thought I put it. So, I will show it to you guys some other time if I find it, or just maybe next year, something like that. Oh, I wish I had a brain. No, it's fine. Hey, Mom said it's my turn to throw. I think I'm relatively happy with what we ended up with. I was very indecisive. There was another one of my usual, like, you know, when I do something on stream, when I do something like kind of devious, I'm like, I was gonna do something like that. But at the last second, I think I was gonna have that one. You don't get like total say. You like submit 3 and they kind of like pick which ones they like or like deny some stuff. But I think I'm relatively happy with this one. Okay, so what has everyone got here? This is a great picture from Gunner. This is so funny.
Sorry, my monitor was off.
Is this loud enough for you guys? I feel like this is quite quiet.
Sorry, my monitor was off. Can I get a vibe check?
Yeah, you better run. Juicy support.
Ooh, nice. Help me.
F9, F9, F9.
It's super quiet. Okay, hang on. Guys, I'm not going to remember to change the back. We're going to blow out our freaking ears.
Sorry, my monitor.
It's not even that much louder. What the heck?
Sorry, my monitor was off.
All right, that's a little better. I think you guys can hear it now.
Can I get a vibe check?
Swick, I don't remember that. Do you remember what game that was? That sounds, even without remembering the game, you explaining 2 NA teams just not fighting sounds like we were watching an NA qual or something. That sounds very right.
Yeah, you better run.
I'll replay these.
Juicy support.
Ooh, nice. Help me.
F9, F9, F9. Work.
This is so funny, actually. You know, I never even played Warcraft 3, but I know it's something I think it's the orc workers say when you like give them commands and stuff. Anytime I started doing this like back in college or something. So you know what? I was really depressed then too. And then you've got like work and everything, like school and all that. And it's just like, I have to do all this shit and I don't wanna. And every time I have to like be responsible and make myself do things, I just like work. I just have that voice line in my head. Work. Engineering paper, write your equations, work. I even have like a music playlist on Spotify titled Work, and it just goes on repeat. I think I need this one. I might get it.
It is only game. Why you have to be mad?
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe
Can he do that? That's pretty funny. That's pretty good.
Get that little piggy.
You're not supposed. There are some guidelines for the voice lines. You're not supposed to have like too excessive profanity. But I guess if he put the beep in himself, I mean, yeah, I guess you can do that.
Hey, brother, you want to see something badass?
I didn't even know Monkeys Forever was gonna. I wonder what he's gonna do. Is he casting like a group stage, or I don't even know.
Got him. You better run.
Was this coordinated?
Legenda. Holy crap, can you pick a real hero?
It's one of his good ones.
My wife is asleep. I can play Dota right now.
Very real.
Guys, don't give up. The enemy's gonna throw.
Yeah, but there's a difference of like what Valve will allow in on their own terms, right? Versus like what we can put in. This is a good picture. This is funny.
Guys, don't give up. The enemy's gonna throw.
Look at me, Yaran. I'm the carry now.
I got distracted. I was like, who the hell is this? What other new personality is joining this? Is this a cutout of like Jesus's hair?
If you're hearing this, you are beautiful. Mwah.
All right, let's have a nice clean Dota game here. No pausing, no all chat. Keep PMA.
Do you think there's ever been a game fulfilling this? No all chat, no pausing, all 10 players PMA.
I need to go refill my bottle of water.
Yo, that's me like every hour on stream.
You don't even know you are already dead. Let us use this time to reflect on our past actions.
No. Wait.
Uh-oh. Anime profile picture and edgy name.
I kind of just like the uh-oh, actually. I feel like if you just had uh-oh, you could like spam it.
Walay kapoy diri.
Bilis, my police.
Categorically exquisite.
Vanvittigt. Det är en ny världsrekord.
That's a new world record.
That's what they call a skill shot, baby! This sky is good!
And there it is. Have a great night, folks.
Congratulations.
He's
You
so
made
good at
it
the
to
trumpet noises. Oh, shit. You're only allowed to use this voice line after 60 minutes.
Oh, so you hate me. Got it.
Ooh, that was crispy. I didn't know Fly was wearing this either. Weren't the I wonder if they like waited for qualifiers to be done and then they asked.
I'm not tilted.
Amaze. I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Where was this from again? What's this line from originally?
Oh no. Are you okay? No.
Expect to hear those a lot. Timely during the World Cup this year.
For Jimothy!
I wish I had a brain. I use that all the time when I make my mistakes.
It's my turn to throw.
Technically, the lines aren't supposed to be BM, actually. Like, it's in the rules, but like everyone knows you're like playing that line of the game of like it's not BM, but it is BM. I haven't actually seen Obsession yet, so I guess I don't understand the reference. I haven't seen a lot of things yet.
And we're paused. Yeah!
Now you have to choose between this and there was another paused one. Interesting. It was a B. In my mind, it was a P.
Hello, Odipixel. I just wanted to let you know that everybody saw that. I'm spinning around in my chair.
I kind of find that funny, actually. Kind of like that.
Where'd he go? You can't say that.
I feel like this actually has a lot of use as well. This has a lot of use. Yeah, this year has a lot of good ones.
Why are they all mid?
That's also got a lot of uses, actually.
I'm dead.
Why?
T Governor also has a lot of good pictures every year. Oh my god, I just saw Jenkins. I'm disappointed with mine, honestly. I wish mine was more funny or interesting.
It's only spells.
I wish I had more time between before going to Paris to like work on this, but I had like so much in that time frame to do.
Check him keyboard.
I'm a little goblin. I'm a little goblin.
Yo, what the heck?
Nice. Dora, Dora, choo, choo, choo.
Jenkins also has excellent pictures, but for very different reasons.
6'7", 6'7".
Will that be used a lot?
I
What do we
sincerely
think? How many
hope
people will go
everything
into
bad
that?
happens to you and only you.
Oh, I guess it's just not your day. Going somewhere?
Don't touch my Pookie. I'm not a big fan of this matchmaking. 6 on 7 on 7.
I feel like that got snuck in there. I don't know if we'll listen through all of them right now. Just because it'll take a while. Are there any funny pictures? Oh, glorious hair. Holy. They got some fun ones. Oh, nice. Maybe we should have done a cat one. I thought about it. But I did not have time. Oh, this guy's tripped out. I love the Chinese scene because our pictures are actually relatively tame this year, but we have shit like this. We have shit like this, you know? I feel like the English community is particularly goofy and like, you know, whatever. Last year I had like the googly eyes, you know, and the Russian community also has like some goofy stuff, Spanish. And then the Chinese theme is always like very well dressed, a lot of like the auto filter kind of things and like very professional. It's so funny to me though, like the juxtaposition of it. Oh, I guess they didn't get to have their pictures, but I guess that's fine. It's still going into the community for the cast, which is nice. There's like 3, 6, 7 voice lines in Spanish. I actually didn't even know if that is 6, 7 a thing in like other languages. Is that something that caught on everywhere? You know, I don't know. All right. We'll have to acquire some of those later. Wait before I forget and blow out my ears later. Okay. It is time to read the patch. I should have been timestamping some of this stuff.
Pop Loch Ness Monster gifted a tier 1 sub to Calvin Trine.
Poppin' Loch
Pop Loch Ness Monster gifted a tier 1
Thank you
sub
so
to
much.
Jeffrey.
You should have
Pop
bought the
Loch
bundle
Ness
instead. You could have
Monster
gotten a prize
gifted a
for
tier
it.
1 sub to Remexicotfm.
Thank
Pop
you.
Loch Ness Monster gifted a tier
Thank
1
you so
sub to
much.
Maximanova. Pop Loch Ness Monster
voice lines
gifted a
of
tier
pain.
1 sub to
Thank
Feist
you as well.
underscore. Pop Loch Ness Monster gifted a tier 1 sub to Zottel.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this read out while we
Pop Loch
we have to
Ness
change
Monster gifted a
the.
tier 1 sub to Digail Ellenfeld.
Let me zoom in a little so you guys can read a little
Pop
easier.
Loch Ness Monster gifted a tier 1 sub to Merciless. Pop Loch Ness Monster gifted a tier 1 sub to Fake underscore Doors.
Fake
Pop
doors.
Loch Ness Monster gifted a tier 1 sub to DSF Sibo.
All right, patch analysis time. 44 minutes in. Do we really need to timestamp the other stuff? I guess so. I'll go back and find when we talked about like Summer Scrub and all that stuff. Okay, anyways, patch time. Let's see. Twin gates. Channeling the twin gates can now be interrupted by root. I'm totally fine with that. It's kind of silly. It is like a teleport, you know, and regular teleports are canceled by root, and then this one wasn't, which was kind of frustrating. And Treant player here, you know, it's pretty frustrating. So I'm happy to see that added in. Tormentor now disjoints projectiles when moving between chasms. Okay, I had no idea it could do that. I guess it makes sense. I There must have been some like crazy. It must have moved over and then been killed once or twice or something, and then like finally that gets noted. I can't imagine this happened very often because no one's even freaking doing them. Yeah, I had no idea. Okay. Item changes. Some extra strength bonus for Abyssal Blade, which is great because this is for melee heroes who are in there getting whacked, you know, so a little bit more strength. Butterfly agility reduced a little and damage increased. Interesting. So technically the damage is the same, but you're losing a little bit of armor, nearly 1 armor and 5 attack speed. Yeah, I mean, Butterfly did feel like one of the stronger carry items. I guess that's not a bad approach to this. Cost increase. So when this item first came out, Chasm Stone increasing. Oh, you guys can't see it. It's going to the left. I don't know why, Dota. Sometimes it like shows the info on the left, sometimes on the right. Future quality life thing, Val, for content creators. I would love to be able to set like, hey, I want the extra info to pop up here above my head. Just throwing it out there for like the 10 people that would benefit. We got tons of content creators. It would benefit like 1,000 people. I wasn't sure if 40 AoE would be worth a casual Chasm Stone. And you don't usually buy the Chasm Stone and just never upgrade it. But you have been seeing people buy it, maybe build something else first, but then eventually wrap back around for like Gleipnir or Shivas or whatever. I guess they didn't like that, actually, so they're increasing the cost. I didn't really think it was a major issue, but there were some heroes where it was pretty good, like Snapfire. But I feel like Snapfire had... There are other reasons Snapfire is really good, more than, like, she could buy a casual Chasm Stone. I don't know. Yeah, this patch just came out today, about an hour ago, I want to say. Okay. Shiva's Guard, one of them that we just talked about. They're just changing the recipe cost so that the Chasm Stone isn't affected. Or like the total cost doesn't go up from the Chasm Stone change. And same with Gleipnir. So it looks like they don't actually want to nerf these items on their own. It's more just like, we don't want the casual Chasm Stone to be as available. Sure. Gleipnir, I did just read Gleipnir. Krella's, the Rite of Ramusk movement speed steal duration is going up by 0.5 seconds. And the putrefaction aura effect from 75% to 90%. Just a reminder for everybody, what's the best way I can... When we have to do this, do we just like... We'll pop over to here. The putrefaction aura reduces enemy heroes' health restoration. So there's a passive component, and then activating it previously boosted to 75, and now to 90, which is... I mean, you're pretty much not healing, you know? So, pretty crazy. Divine Rapier. What? We can't have a little fun in here? God. Yeah, I mean, this is literally just Zeus. This is the only hero that can really do it. I mean, I'm sure there are some games that, like, maybe 2 Divine Rapiers go to a spellcaster, but the pubs are plagued by, 5 rapier building Zeus. So, fair enough. This really won't affect most games besides that very specific case. Rip work from home Zeus. Okay, I'm not going to lie, guys. Work from home Zeus is still super powerful. This is just like Griefy in pubs. But you don't even need that point. Like, I've been doing the Zeus build a lot. I wasn't like Griefin, guys. I'm a good Zeus support player, please. But you have so much impact and win most games before you even get to Divine Rapiers. So unless there are also further Zeus changes down there, I actually think it's very doable still, that build. Famous last words. We'll see what they nerfed him with. Cold Attack. I was hoping for more of a buff because actually I feel we're missing anti-heal since Shiva's lost it. You have Orb of Corrosion, which no one's building right now. Spirit Vessel isn't a good spot, actually. I'm totally fine with that item, but it drops off because people pick up Dispels. And then the gap was Shiva's Guard, which you would buy. There's a hero who could buy it like second or third item in most games, and that would be your next anti-heal. That lost the anti-heal. Krella's got it. Nobody builds Krellas. It's so much more specific, and you don't want it as a second or third item. Scotty is the next one that has anti-heal, but it's a pretty late game item for most heroes. Like, who can build a second item Scotty and not be griefing? It's like maybe Morphling, maybe a Terrorblade could do that kind of stuff. It's no one wants to get it there. So then there's this awkward mid-game gap of anti-heal. So I thought, okay, if you want Eye of Scotty to maybe be that option, then buff it. But I don't know that 5% more slow is really attack speed slow is the answer to that. Oh shit, Midas buff. 5 more attack speed. I don't think it's really like whatever. 15 seconds building out a Sanj, right? Oh, sorry, not Sanj. I forgot it's this shit now. No one's been building Halberd. Oh, you guys still can't see it. Whatever. No one's been building Halberd. I mean, some people build it, but it's the mix of items is just so bizarre. I like don't understand. I don't understand who wants those stats at the time you would build Heaven's Halberd, because you typically buy it pretty early, before BKBs are like truly a thing. But who wants that mix of items as their first item, and even as their second item? It's like a little strange. Then by the time you get it later, it doesn't scale that well, but like they have BKBs. I don't know. I feel it's strange. Hurricane Pike decreasing the buff duration. I don't know that I've really seen that many cases where this like matters all that much, but I'm kind of open to it because it feels like if you get away from the person who used Hurricane Pike on you, then, or like if you got away from the person that Hurricane Piked you, or the Hurricane Piker themselves used it to get away from you, ran away, and then still in the last 2 seconds can be like, oh, by the way, pew, 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 and then kill you from like downtown. It's a little funny. So I'm actually kind of down removing it for 1 second. Mana cost, wow, 10% off of that. Kaya is pretty popular right now. Meteor Hammer is really not that popular right now. But I guess it's just a direct nerf from this to that. Sure. Same with Kaya Sanj and Yasha Kaya. Okay. Mask of Madness, Berserk movement speed bonus on ranged heroes. Okay, so specific nerf to ranged heroes. And then now provides 15% slow resistance, which is typically a buff to melee heroes. Oh, for ranged heroes. And 30% for melee heroes. There we go. Instead of 30% for any hero. Okay, so it's just a double down nerf on ranged heroes, which is like what? Sniper, Luna are the main ones that come to mind that build Mask of Madness. Who else? Meteor Hammer was very popular in bot matches to farm tokens. Okay, fair enough. You got me. SF. Oh, yeah. That's good. Good call. Yeah, okay. A couple heroes targeted, I suppose. Luna and Sniper actually aren't that strong right now. SF is quite good. I don't know that Mask of Madness is like the reason he's super busted, but I don't really mind that they're doing this, because like there is a difference between melee and ranged heroes. So I mean, I guess they felt it was too strong on the ranged heroes that were doing it. So sure. Frost no longer applies when attacking allies. I didn't know it did. Frost health restoration reduction. Oh shit, this is our early game health restoration reduction now. 2% more. Okay. And then 2% more on Orb of Corrosion. Okay, so maybe they are trying to give a reason to consider Orb of Corrosion, which what is the what's the buildup again? It's still the 2 orbs and this. Okay. So it is still supposed to be mostly an agi item. Funny. I thought they actually removed this already. I guess I had a dream. I don't know. I saw the future, I guess. I swear this was already removed. Whatever. Yeah, I think it's fine. Unholy Rage cooldown from 30 to 40. I am actually pretty open to this because late game Dota can get pretty hectic, and sometimes it's really hard to kill certain heroes because they keep having Satanic in these drawn out fights twice a minute, essentially, right? So yeah, make that a little higher. Smoke of Deceit now has a fixed duration. Boo! What the Largo is the one hero this is relevant to. Why take it away from... Boo! Boo! Let him keep it. This sucks. It's not actually that big of a deal, but boo. I don't know. It is actually an advantage for Pro Dota to have the extra few seconds of Smoke of Deceit, but I feel like that's a benefit to the hero, you know? Like, let him have it. I don't know. It's kind of whatever, but it also rubs me the wrong way. Maybe because I like Largo so much, but I feel like it's a cool intricacy, you know? Like, I think that's what's cool about Dota is that it's not just every hero interacts the same way. We have like melee versus range differences, you know? And if there's one hero who gets like a couple extra seconds of smoke, it's kind of nifty. Whatever. Urn of Shadows, mana regen bonus. Aw, rip. One in stash no longer grants charges from nearby hero deaths. I actually didn't know it did that. I don't know why you would have an urn in your stash. Well, I guess you were leaving it there because you had no charges and you were gaining charges. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't work that way. So, yeah, that seems like this is just the way it should be. Smell weakness a little cheaper. Yes, I'm sure this will bring back Veil of Discord, whose buildup is... Yeah, this is just like the strange part, I feel. The buildup is peculiar because most early spellcasters want mana more than any of those things it offers. And the early spellcasters are the one who would benefit from Veil of Discord. So it just feels like the buildup does not match the heroes that would want it. Okay, neutral items. Let's I should do a different timestamp for each thing we get to. Okay, neutral items. Forage time decreased from 1 to 0.75. I do think it should work this way. I was really excited about this item when it first came out, but the practicalities of it are pretty annoying. One, the tree might end up in a really bizarre place, so it's hard to get to. Two, the foraging time took a while, so okay, sure, that got buffed a little bit here. But then you have to have like 3 open inventory slots, which is actually quite rare to have. Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing. It's just like, it's very annoying to collect and hold these. So I wish this was changed in a different way. I guess they have the data to say it's not like particularly good or bad, so it doesn't really need that kind of change, I guess. Conjurer's Catalyst, this needs a huge nerf. Spell over non-hero explosion damage decreased from 30 to 20. Okay, spell over damage threshold on illusions now only considers pre-amplification damage. Okay. I guess that's 30 to 20. I guess that's fine. I was thinking like increase the spell amount to activate it and nerf the damage, but okay, we can see. Enchant recraft bonus. Just keep it, guy. Just lean into it. It's fine. Whatever. 5% is not that big a deal, sure. Cleanse cooldown decreased. This is in theory supposed to be a great item, this Witchbane, but yeah, 40 seconds is kind of a lot. Satanic was 30, right? So, sure. This is fair. Pretty much every game Greedy is offered, you take it as a support player anyways. It's just so good. And at a high level, I was seeing a lot of core heroes also take it, especially the spellcasters. There's like, money is good, you know? Like Darkseers were taking it. So it just, you can solve a lot of problems with money. So this Greedy enchantment helps you get the permanent solutions rather than the temporary solutions, which are the neutrals. Feverish no longer increases mana cost / loss by 7%. Now decreases maximum mana by 20%. I guess that's fine. I'm trying to think why. Is this better or worse? I guess it depends on the hero. Because if you have a lot of spells to cast, then this is more painful. And if you don't have a lot of spells to cast, then it didn't matter as much. I'm not 100% sure. Coffee and Zach reading patch notes. I wish I could have some coffee right now, but it's 9 p.m. here. 9:30. I don't think I would sleep very soon if I had it now. All right, there weren't a lot of neutral changes. Not that I expected it, but I feel like there was one I was wishing they would change. Hold on, I have the memory of a goldfish. If I can't see it, it doesn't exist. I actually thought Tumblr's Toy and Searing Signet might get a small nerf. I thought the Greedy nerf would actually be bigger. I feel like a lot of the tier 3s are not all that exciting, but I guess they're okay. I guess that's fine, right? If they're all on even footing. I thought this would also receive a small nerf. And I kind of feel Book of the Dead should also have a small nerf, but I guess tier 5 is supposed to be broken, so. Okay. Hero changes. Ancient Apparition is not all that strong right now, and he is getting 10 seconds off his ultimate. That's actually pretty nice. That's a very low cooldown ultimate in the early game, which Ancient Apparition has a very mediocre lane. He's just like very annoying. He just pokes a lot, right? But you kind of need very specific combos to make him good in the lane, because you need help proccing Cold Feet, and also you amplify spell damage, which the carry doesn't like typically benefit from. So his lane is always just mediocre, and the payoff has to be when you hit level 6 and that the anti-heal is good. The anti-heal is always good, but is the level 6 going to work when you need a lot of setups for it, since he also cannot just easily land this himself? I like that they're reducing the cooldown so that you can more easily work with low cooldown playmakers. 60 seconds is already relatively good compared to some of the longer ultimates, but I think 50 seconds is even better since the hero's not in an amazing state. But it will require some team coordination, I suppose. So this is like a buff for more organized games, and maybe in pubs is a little chaotic, where no one's really picking stuns and stuff. Maybe this is less of a buff. But those games he's also fine because he was building Ags and stuff. So Axe is one of the better offlaners. I don't think he's like full S tier, but after some of the other S tier offlaners are banned, you're looking at Axe potentially. So he's going to lose 2 agility, and then his damage per second. Level 1 is the same, but actually 6 seconds off of Battle Hunger, which this thing lasts for 12 seconds. So what is that, 72 damage? Quite a lot. Yeah. I think that's fine and encourages you to just leave this potentially level 1. Bane, he's solid. You need some setups with it, and it needs to be the right kind of game. But Shadow Demon is not all that popular right now, who is one of the worst heroes for Bane to deal with. Ringmaster is relevant, which is also annoying for Bane, but, you know, what can you do? Max terrors per hero increase from 5 to 6. Status resistance per terror decrease from 5 to 4. Okay, so the scaling of it is a little... Like, the first couple stacks are not as bad. You have to get to the max stacks, and then it's the same, but it means you just need to get one more stack. Duration decreased. Half a second. Okay, now completely disables the target's sight instead of overriding the vision range value. What was it before? You had a very small amount of vision near you before, right? So you like literally just don't see anything now? Is that how this works? Ag Scepter, 5 seconds less. The Ags will still be strong. I think that's okay. Bat Rider, Smoldering Resin, no longer applies when attacking allies. I also didn't know that worked, but it's fine. 20 talent damage to Beastmaster and his summons reduced a bit. And 5 seconds off the ult. Also a pretty strong offlaner, but I think some teams like him more than others. But, I mean, he does like all the same Beastmaster stuff. Centaur is one of the very popular offlaners. So the Shard buff reduced. This is one of the annoying things about Centaur, who was building Heart second in the current build a lot of times. And then if you're getting the Shard, then you just have so much more strength that the, can't show it from here, huh? C for Centaur in the strength category. Here he is. The Shard was a percentage increase, 12%, which when you're building Heart second, you had a shitload of strength, which benefits you in many ways. So I guess you still get that 12%, but it's just lasting less time. Retaliate, strength return damage decreased. 2% at level 1 and up to 5% at max level. Okay. I think these are pretty good. Were any of the items he liked nerfed? Not particularly. So it's mostly just the hero. I think he'll still be a pretty solid offlaner. There's not really another offlaner that offers what Stampede and Workhorse can do, along with being just like one of the safest offlane picks plus Stampede. But everything I mentioned is like, okay, fair enough, utility and like safety and all that. Oh, also, if you're having a good game, you just kill everything with like Double Edge doing 1,000,000 damage. So, it seems like they're targeting some of that damage, which I think is good. Or like they could have targeted anything, and they want damage at least. Bolt speed increased. Okay, it is pretty funny to see this slow bolt coming towards you to stun. Clockwork needed a nerf. What is it? Mana burn reduced at max level, so 15 less per power cog at max level. The distance also travels a lot less. So level 1, the mana burn is actually the same, but it was possible to get 3 power cog burns at level 1 if you're good with Clockwork. I sometimes get 1, but if you're really good, you can get 3. I wonder if you can now, though, because if it can't travel as far, the third one is usually like a max range hit because you bounce, kick the second, and then third, you kind of have to like guess where they're going and hit them with it at like maxish range. And maybe you can't now. Big vision reduction, which is fine. One of the Clockwork is like a utility hero who also initiates. So one of the tricks you can do with Clockwork in a high ground is the easiest time to use this. Power cog, kick a power cog forward towards your carry who's like hitting the tower. You get vision of the area. Plus, if they like jump your carry, they get hit by the power cog. Which is a lot. It's just it's a big tool that he has. So I think reducing the vision, it's like, why does a cog see 1600 range? Which is, heroes are 1800 if you don't know. So they are pretty much a hero's worth of vision. Which you could just kick forward, 20 gold, who cares, right? Just send it forward. It doesn't matter if you lose it. Cogs no longer block creep camps. Now, actually, okay, guys, I'm gonna admit, I have played a lot of Clockwork. I actually did not realize they blocked camps. Wow, I could have done so much more with this in the lane, actually. Holy shit, I actually did not know. Yeah, this patch, Valve doesn't really do like patch teasers anymore. When I started playing, they did. I remember the excitement, you know, it's like you're in your college class or whatever, at least I was, and then it's like, oh shit, boys, patch hints, you know? They used to release teasers and all that, and you're like deciphering it and all that. It was really cool. They don't do that shit. When it's out, here it is, go. So it is just there. Death Prophet, 0.3 agi gain going up. That's a lot. This hero actually right-clicks a decent amount along with wanting armor because she has a lot of healing mechanics. And so when you get more armor, you're also boosting your effective health for those healing mechanics. This is going to be quite nice for her, I think. I've actually been a little surprised we haven't seen more Death Prophet. I don't know what it is. I think it's like either the numbers are not good enough, the alternatives are better, like alternative heroes, or her build is just like a little funny right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I felt like we needed more ranged offlane options and flexes. And I felt like Death Prophet could fit some games, but yeah, people just weren't doing it. But maybe this kind of buff and the other relevant heroes getting nerfed, maybe we will see more Death Prophet. Offlane is what I have in mind, but I think you can do mid and maybe some support. So some pro team might try it. Attack range, a little less. Okay. Base burn damage increased. So the flat value is increased and the max HP percent is increased at max. Okay. So level 1. Wait, is this actually a buff? I thought they were going to nerf him. What is I need to see some I need math. I need math. And it's a little late in the day. My brain doesn't work. I'm just going to press my buttons. So this is a nerf at level 1 for the most part, because the break-even point is 600 health. At 600 health, you used to take 6 damage as max HP burn, and now you're going to take 3 damage, but the flat burn is going up 3 damage. So if you were higher than 600 health, which most heroes are at the start of the game, you used to take more percent HP burn than 3. So this is a nerf to level 1. And you tend to leave Infernal Blade at a value point for a while. Actually, it depends a little bit on the matchup, but a lot of times you do. But it's actually going to be stronger in the late game, which I'm surprised by. And it makes me wonder if we're going to see Carry Doom actually go up again a little bit. Because, one, I think pro teams like having the flex of Carry Doom. And 2, it's always a question like, well, how well does Carry Doom scale? Well, actually, I mean, if he's doing more percent HP damage in the late game, then maybe it's actually scaling like pretty decently. So I'd be interested in that. I would have to look at like the other items a little bit more and like what other heroes become popular that Doom happens to be good against is when this hero is a little bit more viable as a carry. I forget the nerf he had that actually took him out of being he was a relatively popular like potential carry pick, and then was it one of these nerfs? Level Death was like doing a bunch of extra damage. It might have been like one of these nerfs back then. I forget exactly. I might have to look into that deeper later. I think the range nerf is bigger than the 6 extra take damage. Oh, yeah. I guess I glazed over that. But yeah, losing some attack range is definitely a pain, and that might hurt the Carry Doom potential. 175. I think the average is 150, so it's still slightly more than usual. I feel like it's not the end of the world for him, but it will matter in like some very small cases where someone barely gets away and you don't like do the little mini stun hit in time. Okay, Dragon Knight AoE bonus increased by how much? Oh, 20 at max level. The AoE bonus is for the stun, or is it like Dragon Tail? I actually didn't know this affected items, actually. Wait. But none of the items you really... There was a time for Meteor Hammer, but that was a different build-up. He doesn't need the Kaya. Shiva's doesn't make that much sense. I didn't know this worked on items. Guys, wait. Ability draft players. Does this cook an ability draft? Wait, I didn't realize. You could get some sick AoE abilities and then be building like Shiva's Meteor, stuff like that. Wait a minute. That's kind of cool. I don't know how much this will actually matter in for him, the hero, but in ability draft, that sounds kind of sick. Drow, she is a very strong carry. Multi-shot, 20 more mana at level 1. That's going to be like 4... I actually didn't realize Frost Arrows was 9 to 12 mana. I thought it was like 5 mana. But anyway, so like 2 Frost Arrows she can't use anymore at level 1 at least if she's using this. Rescaled from 1.75 times Drow Ranger attack range to 475 plus 1x Drow Ranger's attack range. I assume this is a nerf. It might be one of those things where it's like it's better early, but worse later, like when she's picking up like Dragon Lances and stuff. And the damage is also going down by 20% base damage bonus. Okay. That is pretty good. Multi-shot did a little bit too much for her. I thought they would actually nerf her even more. But a lot of her early farming speed does come from multi-shot. So maybe that's enough. She might just be slower to ramp up. She's getting less kills in the lane because multi-shot is reaching 5 miles across the lane and killing them. Maybe it'll add up. It's worse with Dragonlance. It's the same otherwise. Okay, thank you. I mean, she is one of the... She very consistently builds Dragonlance. So, overall, a nerf to her then. Earth Spirit mid is ridiculous, guys. I am getting wrecked by these Earth Spirit mids. It is so much damage if he has a good game. Pros, I think they're starting to move away from the Earth Spirit. But it is so annoying in pubs. He is losing 1 base intelligence and level 20 talent magnetized duration down by 5%. I don't know. I'm getting wrecked before even it's level 20. Oh no. I think he's still going to be a pretty solid pick for pubs. The pros have already started to move away from him to a degree, but I think he's still okay. Like he still has his place, especially if other mids do get nerfed. We will see. Here's one guy getting nerfed. Sneak peek. ET has been kind of dead for a bit. Just 2% for free on his bonus speed to armor. Okay. I would need to do some math on what exactly that actually translates to, but that should be like... Wait, so like, let's say you have 300... Oh no, you need bonus speed. Right. Hold on. So let's say you get 100 bonus speed. You're getting 2 extra armor than before. Okay. Sure. Return Astral Spirit and move Astral Spirit sub-abilities no longer break ET's invisibility. Wow, I didn't know that they did. That's dumb. They shouldn't do that. Okay, I'm glad they did that. That's a good quality of life change. I had no idea they broke his invis. What was your MMR after the recap? 6K and like some change, like 50 or 80 or something like that. I'm pretty much a flat 6K now. Ember. 5 less move speed. I wonder if that means he'll be able to be punished more in the lane. The Remnant is actually... It moves based on his move speed, so maybe it's a little slower out. I don't really play Ember in the lane, so I don't know how painful 5 movement speed is. It's generally painful for most melee heroes, but he's kind of a unique one, right? So not 100% sure on this one, though I think some of the items he liked kind of got nerfed a bit. Maybe just a little. Grimstroke no longer has illusion vision penalty. I actually didn't know they had vision penalties. So, yeah, I think that's fine. Gyrocopter, a little less mana cost on Rocket Barrage. Homing Missile, also flat cost, which is much cheaper as you level it. And the cooldown decreased. Support Gyro? Options coming back, or encouraging a more aggressive carry gyro build instead of just flat cannon farm forever. Maybe could be interesting. What does vision penalty mean? What I didn't even realize it had it, so I'm not 100% sure. But usually the way I read this would be like the illusion. Like, let's say you had an illusion of a enemy hero. You should have 1800 vision range, and it probably had less than that. I assume you just get full vision range now. Hoodwink has been eternally popular. Redirect chance is going to scale worse than before. Okay. Mana cost is going up by 50, quite a lot. And then the cooldown on Hunter's Boomerang up by 2, which can definitely matter in some of these fights. 50 mana cost is going to be a little painful for this hero. Since this is relatively low cooldown, you're actually using it quite a lot. That 50 is going to add up. And it should be easier to kill her, because, yeah, she's going to redirect less. This shit's got to get nerfed. Duration decrease from 60 to 50. An Ag Shard no longer increases radius. So if you hadn't seen it, the Aghanim Shard Ice version, Quas version, gave your Ghost Walk the damage of Ice Wall. And so you would just run around the map farming everything. You will actually still do that with this nerf. I'm surprised they didn't tone down the damage scaling or something. Because the cooldown of Ghost Walk is 40, and it goes on cooldown after you cast it. So 60 to 50, I feel like doesn't even matter that much. Like, you can still mostly have it up as much as you want permanently. So that's a little strange to me. This feels like a fake nerf. This part, I forget how much it increased the radius. So that'll slow down his farm a little bit, especially hitting multiple camps or like the lane and a camp at the same time. But you can still do it. You can still be annoying and cut waves and everything. Thank you. I honestly wasn't even sure if I'd be invited back to TI again. So I was very excited to do it. And I'm very excited to be working with Ricky this time. I mean, we just always cast together, right? So it's like, I wanted to be able to do this with him. Same to like go to EWC together, right? Which I didn't get to go last year. Like last year I did TI, he did EWC, and it was a little sad. Like the two biggest events, we worked together all year to like improve, and then like the two biggest events we got split up. So getting to do both of them this year together is very cool, and I'm hyped for it. Laziest way to farm. It's really good map play. Even the pros find it hard to deal with. We interviewed Crystallis after one of their games, and he was saying it's such a pain if you don't have the right heroes to deal with. It's very hard to catch the hero. He's split pushing multiple lanes. You have to like visually look. You can't just look at the minimap. You have to be watching the creeps to see them take damage. So it's a huge hassle. And then you have to go catch him, and he's already zoomed out somewhere else. And that's the thing. I feel like he still can. I feel like we'll still see this build. I guess Meteor Hammer got nerfed. That's one thing that Invoker was doing a lot. But Midas, 5 extra attack speed on Midas. Maybe he's back. Jakiro, a little bit more intelligence gain. Jakiro doesn't usually have that many mana issues. But sure, I'll take it, I guess. Ever since they nerfed his E, rightfully so, to be fair. Ever since they nerfed it, he just hasn't been as popular. I don't think he's strictly bad, but I do think his win rate was actually like a little below 50. But I think if you knew what you were doing, he was still like a B tier pick. So sure, a little bit more intelligence. I will say, although you don't usually have mana issues on Jakiro, if you wanted to skip Arcanes or you wanted to do like Glimmer and things that use a lot of mana without giving you mana regen, that's where you would run into some issues. So having a little bit more intelligence will give you some more options in that regard. Keeper, small nerf here, 1 extra second on Chakra Magic, and Solar Bind cast range at least down 100. Okay. The tempo of Keeper is a little bit down with this, I guess. And he has to put himself into more danger to use Solar Bind. Or the core Coddles, have to get a little closer, risk themselves. Some of support Coddle's most annoying features is just the healing coming in, which is still here. But I guess you're doing the mana a little less, which is also a big part of support Coddle. So we'll see. Legion, a little bit more strength, base strength. But strength gain decreased. But that is still a buff to her early game by a little bit. Base attack speed increased by 5. Okay. Level 25 talent. Level 5 talent will be crazy. Level 25 talent, dual refreshes cooldown on victory, replaced with dual advances cooldown by 30 seconds on victory. So that brings it down to what? 20 seconds. I think that's fair. In practice, having a reduced dual cooldown is still really good. And in pubs especially, this talent can really lead you to some nightmare situations where she's like duel, 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 and one convenient lucky fight and you've gained infinite damage, which is a bit much. It doesn't happen often, but I think removing that is fair and just putting at 20 seconds, similar to something like Wind Ranger has, is still quite strong without that ridiculous potential in the rare cases. Lena got very popular midway through EWC, proved to be quite strong. 2 base agility down. Some of the items she likes also nerfed, but I think she'll still be a solid pick. Is this really the only Lone Druid nerf? Okay, no, Spirit Bear is also getting nerfed a little. 15 Savage Roar cooldown reduction, so 1 extra second on Savage Roar, and the AoE is shrinking a little bit with the talents. Base armor decreased on the bear, so it's easier to harass out in the lane, and the bonus building damage is decreased. I really thought they were going to nerf it more. I am actually a little flabbergasted that this did not get nerfed more. With that said, I don't think its win rate was that great at EWC. And I'll be the one to say it. I think a lot of pro players are frauds on Lone Druid. This is a hero you need to play a lot to really showcase the strengths. And everyone is like, oh, he's broken. I play it. You have to ban it against me. But you would see when it's like, oh, it's through. You better pick it. You're going to pick it, right? And it's like, yes, I'm going to pick it. I'm a Lone Druid player. But they're not. They're not that good at it. This is not a hero 10, 20 games you really show the strength of. Someone like Ghost is a true Lone Druid player. And I feel like these nerfs are not going to stop someone like Ghost. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of surprised by this. I think he does need bigger nerfs. This is in the right direction, don't get me wrong. I think it's targeting some good stuff. The difficulty of killing the hero when Savage Roar is ridiculous. The bear being too powerful in the lane. The bear being able to rat you super hard once he has the Ags. It's hitting some good stuff. Hit it harder. I don't know. Hit it harder. Magnus, Horn Toss damage, 25. Okay, sure. Mars, a little smarter. This guy does struggle with mana, but I don't really feel like this is enough. But other offlaners did get some nerfs, so maybe that's an indirect buff to him. Medusa, toggling on-off no longer breaks invisibility and can be done while silenced. Okay, I think that's fine. Morphling, cooldown decreased. 15 seconds and 5 seconds at max level. And the Ag Scepter illusions also don't have illusion vision penalty. Okay. Huh. I'm not really a Morphling player. He's pretty dead, and I don't know if there's really enough to bring him back. Remember when 3 item slots Lone Druid was a thing? That was a funny one. I kind of like that version. I think it was funny. Muerta. Toggling on off no longer breaks invisibility. Okay, they're just making that consistent. That's fine with me. Sadist. Yes, one of the heroes of the patch, Necrophos. The thing with Necrophos is you can have bad Necrophos games, and that's why so many pubs don't always like pan out. But in Pro Dota, you just don't pick Necrophos until you know it's a good Necrophos game. And by the time you know it's a good Necrophos game, the enemy team like can't deal with it, you know? So it's like you have to prepare for Necrophos, and then they're like, well, it's not a good Necrophos game. We just won't pick it. I feel like that's what really makes Necrophos such a pain to deal with. Mars has been robbed. Mars can't toggle shield and invis. But I feel like that's because his toggle is different. Like when he's actually toggling, it does change how it works. I mean, okay, I know these guys do too, but like they have to toggle and then attack, which the attack would break the invis. The shield itself, depending on the state it's in, is like the one drawing things in or not and locking his movement. So I feel that is a more active toggle than the others. Like you don't need to attack to get the value of the Mars toggle. So I think that's why he's being excluded from this toggling thing. Got sidetracked there. Necrophos' nerf is what? 3.7 plus 0.3 to 3.8. So better early on. Actually, probably even at earlier on, because at level 1, it's 4 regen, and level 1 is still 4 regen. So it's actually the same level 1, but the scaling is worse as time goes on. And then the range on Deathseeker, Necrophos is not supposed to be a super mobile hero, right? He's supposed to have to run around, and maybe he runs quickly, but it's still running. And then Deathseeker kind of breaks that a bit. So bringing it down from 750 to 600, I think is pretty good. Okay. Night Stalker, radius decreased from 375 to 350. Okay. I don't think he was like particularly strong, but this is not the end of the world nerf. AoE is always a bit annoying, but like the total AoE of radius nerfs are often more impactful than they initially look. But I don't know. I guess he can still stick to one target. He can still do that perfectly fine. It's can he hit multiple targets as easily, which I guess does hurt the hero. Omni Knight heal buffed a little bit. Okay, I really Omni Knight's been out of the meta for quite a while, and it does seem like they're trying to push the return of support Omni, and it keeps getting buffed. I'm eyes on Omni, guys, is all I'm saying. I feel like he is getting there. He's getting there. Oracle. Fate's edict that was cast on Oracle or his ally is now dispellable by enemies. Okay. I actually thought it was. Is this one of the changes? Like recently it got reworked again and it became dispellable or undispellable, I suppose. I thought it could always be dispelled, actually. The cast range of the ultimate is 100 longer at level 1 and then the same at max level, but this still helps a lot because level 1 you don't have like the blinks, aether lenses, all that stuff. So pretty meaningful change to the early ultimates. Yet nerfed with Fate's Edict. Funny. OD Objurgation now has instant cast and no longer cancels movement. I didn't realize it had a 0.2 cast. Not an OD player. Barrier increased from 120 to 300 to 150 to 300. So a little stronger at level 1. And the cooldown is also a little better at max level. I mean, this hero has not been considered good for a long time, but I don't know if I want to see him good again. He's just like, yeah, it's so miserable playing versus good ODs, actually. It's miserable. Fate's Edict wasn't labeled as a buff, but a debuff, so it wasn't dispelled by enemy purges. Ah, interesting. I wonder, maybe that is recent, because it got changed back to disarming them, right? It used to disarm them. So maybe when they made it disarm again, they added that debuff component, and then it couldn't be dispelled. Is my theory craft. I don't know. Maybe it was just like never, or maybe it never was dispellable even in the past, but yeah, I thought it was, so that's why I'm making up shit, whether it's real or not. PA blur cannot be dispelled. There's a part of me that doesn't... I don't want this, but maybe it's because I'm a support player, you know, and I'm like, I hate PA. But to be fair to her, she shouldn't get wrecked by multiple items. Like, MKB obviously just, like, kind of ignores all her evasion. And then if Nullifier just removes Blur completely, that's also kind of a big hit to the hero. But boy, is it annoying dealing with blurred PAs. Man. Does that mean she can attack heroes in Blur? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't feel like she should be able to. Let's usually we don't do too much demo testing, but I'll make an exception here. I don't think you would be able to. Yeah, it just breaks right away. And now I blur away. Hey Malibu, I haven't finished reading the patch. I can't play till then. I might play one game. I'm already a little tired today, but we might do one game. I still have to finish reading everything though. I'm at PA. I gotta keep reading. PL. I'll do one game after though, Malibu. But I suspect you guys might play without me, and then you know, it might be off. Where was I? PL. Agshard cooldown increased from 15 to 18. I also wish his W plus invis was not as strong. Like again, there are fraud PL players, like there are fraud Lone Druid players, but the true PL players who are mixing up the real hero moving versus a fake illusion moving, all that shit, it is so annoying to deal with. And the fact that he now is like he has the invis with the item. I wish that had been nerfed a little. Oh man. Puck. 1 second on Illusory Orb. Sure, a little easier to kill Puck. Puck's already starting to drop off, so... But not that far off. Feel like it'd be more, but whatever. Is supposed to be like minor buffs and nerfs, right? So 6 to 7, okay. I didn't mean to do that, but Pugna buff, okay. Mana cost decreased 15 at max level, and she is spamming this when she has the Ags. Sonic Wave, damage from 2 Sonic Waves cast in quick succession, now stack. Okay, yeah, so there's like a rare case where you refresh your double ult, but you would only be affected by one ult. So now it'll like properly stack and you won't be griefing yourself when you're trying to like kill someone really quickly. I say rare. I think it like always happened that way, but it's rare that you're like getting a refresher and double ulting like that quickly. But obviously when you're doing it, you really need it, like the damage to be going through twice. Ringmaster, DPS on creeps rescaled. I don't really know if that was necessary, but it'll be less damage to creeps. Okay, sure. I feel like the reason this hero is relatively strong right now is the harass from the stacks on Impalement Arts, not the damage it is doing to creeps. And also that Escape Act is insanely strong. But I guess they don't feel like he's broken, so creep damage, okay. I mean, did you guys see this mattering that much? I really did not notice all that much. Not all MMR got reset, but Immortal players got rebalanced, as far as I understand. So the peak MMR is now 9,500. Like, that is the max. I actually don't know if that's a hard limit. I assume they're just maxing them there, and maybe those players can gain past it again. I actually don't know. Maybe it is, like, hard limit. I feel like they shouldn't do that. I feel like you should be allowed to go up again, and you just keep resetting. But a lot of people got dragged back down, and Immortal Draft is still 8,500. Shadow Fiend, 2 less intelligence. He is one of the stronger carry picks. And he doesn't even flex at Pro Dota. He just goes carry, and you can pick him early, and he has so many strong parents and such a strong lane. So less raises because of base intelligence nerf. The stack duration decrease. So one of the ways you win the lane is you hit them with the first raise, and you're just kind of bluffing, right? You're like, hey, if you walk in, I'm going to land the next raises, and I'm going to get the damage. Not really a bluff. You're going to do it. So they just like, okay, for 7 seconds, I just can't approach the wave. And then Shadow Fiend with his 5 billion damage is like, oh, deny everything. So 1 extra second off, so you'll be able to return to the lane a little bit faster. Level 25 talent Shadow Raise applies attack damage, no longer applies attack modifiers or proc. So the thing is, you'd get like Daedalus, and then you raise and you crit, and you like just insta kill someone, multiple someones from far away with the raises. So okay, taking that away. Snapfire, also too strong of a hero. Some of the items she likes nerfed already. Initial blast width is no longer increased by bonuses to AoE. Okay, so that's the casual chasm stone, which got nerfed anyways. Point blank damage bonus decreased by 5% as well. Impact from the cookie nerfed 30 at max level. Damage per glob also decreased. Wow, just being hit across the board on everything. Talent, plus 35 to 30, minus 3 cookie cooldown replaced with 125 cast range. Interesting. Is there a case where I would like that cast range? And then 2 less globs with the 25. So this hero was pretty crazy as a core. It wasn't very popular in pubs, so I don't know how much you guys like played against it. But if you watch Pro Dota, you would see it all the time. And it's a very safe lane pick. Like if you send it mid, it could do mid. It was less popular than off lane, and you could still just do support. But it wrecked a lot of the popular mid matchups. There's nothing that really crushed Snapfire mid. You just went even as heroes like Lena, for example, right? You don't beat them, you just go even in most cases. But holy shit, the damage through the early to mid game, and then when you get the ultra late 25 plus refresher, absurd hero. I don't want it totally dead. I actually like that it's a thing. It just ramped up way too fast and had ridiculous scaling, it felt like. My only worry is that because they nerfed everything, like, it'll all add up and then, like, the hero is dead. But maybe the hero was just that strong and needed this many nerfs. I have a hard time, like, fully knowing. No one really knows completely. But, yeah, that's just my worry, like, that they overkilled it, you know? But I guess it was fair, right? She had her time in the sun. She was crazy. She was crazy. Sniper can now be cast while rooted, but will not knock Sniper back if under the effect of root. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fair. I didn't know he couldn't even cast it during the root. Like, it was just coded as a mobility spell, which is interesting. Spectre. Illusion damage being nerfed a little bit. 5% flat. Okay, it's not too bad. And then 25 talent also. Okay. I can't believe I'm saying it, guys, but I kind of miss seeing some Spectre. She's been dead for a long time, at least in my games and in Pro Dota for sure. So I didn't want to see her totally nerfed yet. I actually think she's a classic. I don't know. I kind of like it. I'm saying this, and then for PA, I was like, I don't know. But I don't know. I guess I like Spectre more than I like PA. Yeah, I don't know. TA, psionic projection, can now be interrupted by root. Yeah, it should be. This thing, okay. This is going to sound really strange because I think this ability is cool and I'm like, yeah, she should get it. But then when you play against it, you're like, why can I not stop psionic projection with anything? Roots absolutely should work versus it. Just like the Twin Gate. These are good changes. Tiny base health regen decreased by 1. Sure, I don't care. Here's a pretty safe pick for a lot of cores, but I don't think it's even that amazing. But it's safe, it's stable. You like know what you're getting, and now he'll just lose some regen, which is annoying for a melee hero who's going to tank a lot of damage. Treant, base attack speed down 10. Oh no. Oh no. Root duration also being reduced only at level 1.15, and it scales back up to the same 1.5. Okay. But that is annoying because currently you actually leave this at a value point and you max the other two first in a lot of cases. Speaking of which, living armor, which you were using a lot in the lane, is going from 65 scaling up to 80 to just flat 80. Now you max this ability first, so by the end of the laning stage, this is actually not that big of a deal, but the most common build is to go like WEE, possibly like WQ for very aggressive potentials into E and then max it out. So WEEQ, and you use it a lot in those first 2-3 levels. At least 5 to 10 times before you get it to like level 3, level 4, where it's not that different at this like 80 versus 75, 80. So yeah, it's a lot more mana for a hero that already has mana issues nowadays since they made some of these initial changes. You kind of have to go Arcane Boots, and now you kind of really have to go Arcane Boots. And you may need to buy more casual regen than you used to before. Is it dead? I don't think it's dead. He's still a fairly safe pick at high-level Dota. In pub Dota, I think you lose some of the value of this hero. But at the same time, pub Dota is kind of wacky, and that gives it some value again, where Overgrowth is just really strong. Invis pushing is very nice. The lane domination, which like some of these nerfs are hitting, doesn't even matter that much in pubs in the same way, like the average pub, because there's so many laning mistakes. So yeah, I think you'll have to buy a little bit more regen, but I think it's probably okay. I'll have to play it and see how bad like 10. The worrisome part is usually you get 2 punches per leech seed. So like you invis run up, or you just pop out through a tree, you root with leech seed, and they're there long enough that you then get a second punch as well, if not a third, depending what you commit. And my question is losing 0.15 root plus attacking slower enough time for them to get out of the area before the second or third hit could happen without forcing you to like step further in and take more risk on? Yeah, I'll have to try it and see. Fair though. This is a very popular hero at high level, so I think it did need a nerf. Troll Warlord, 1 more agility, base agility. Toggling does not break invisibility. Okay, standardization. And Battle Trance also has 35% slow resistance. Okay. I mean, yeah, should an ultimate be hard countered by slows? Maybe not. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's fair. I don't think he died when they reworked the Ags, but it is different. Like the way they changed it, he became a lot more about like pick off. He had different strengths. I would like to see them explore the Aghanims more. Like if they're gonna make it what it is, I thought they would encourage either offlane Treant or give support Treant more options towards building an Ags. So now Ags is just kind of in a funny spot to me. Gate channeling interrupted by root. Okay, standardization that these gate channels and stuff are root canceled, which funny enough, okay, Treant got nerfed, but these are actually big buffs to him because Treant only has roots. He does not have stuns, and he could not stop these things, and now he can. So that is an indirect buff to the hero that might actually still keep him like pretty good. Undying, pretty popular as an offlaner. Little less movement speed, and okay, so getting bonus move speed on Flesh Golem. So when Flesh Golem is active, it's the same, which is probably the most important parts. But when Flesh Golem is not active, notably in the laning stage, it's going to be harder to punish people, which is good because he's kind of like, win lane and snowball. Venge Spirit. Okay, it also seems like the standardization that these special illusions are not having vision penalties, whereas the standard illusions like Mantas have reduced vision. Venomancer. Oh shit, a Venomancer buff. Initial damage on Snakebite going up, but level 1 is the same, and at max level it's going up. Would I max Snakebite for this? Probably not still. I'd probably still leave it at like a 1 point. Well, maybe you could max it second. Currently, what I think is like a pretty solid Venomancer build is like QEEW or QWEE into maxing Plague Ward's E, and then you go back to max Q, and you usually use Snakebite last. If it's a really right-click centric lane, maybe you got a second point in it. But now that it's 70 damage initial at level 2, maybe there is a build where you go back to like QWW for more lane dominance. And I think you still go back for E at that point, max E. But you could see more 2 points and Snakebite type builds, which I don't know. Also the late game scaling of just like 30 more damage per it's not just initial damage, guys. When you proc Snakebite, it procs the initial damage. So it's multiple instances of like say 10 damage is actually 20, 30 damage, and 30 damage is actually like 90 to 100 extra damage if a person's attacking a lot. Just to clarify. The thing is, when this first came out, people just kept forgetting to not attack when Snakebite was active. So it was like, it seemed like Venomancer was really strong. Pros were picking it. And then everyone realized, oh, don't attack. And then Snakebite's not that good. And then Venomancer dropped off. Visage, no longer break. Okay. Same dealio. Standardization on some of these abilities. Weaver will scale on Threads of Fate. So before it was a flat 900, and now let's say you're playing Core Weaver, an extra up to 300 range, right? Because if you're level, I guess 290. Because if you're level 1, you have that 10 already, so you're at 900. So then it's from level 2 all the way to 30. So up to 290 extra range on the threads, which that's a lot of extra range to work with. I really dig the stitched logos. Yeah, me too. I think it's really cool. Witch Doctor Maledict, level 20 Maledict burst, deals 75% in an 800 AoE. Now considers illusions as creep targets, and bursts from them will not deal damage. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fine. Zeus, my boy, I was a fan before you came cool. What happened to you? Thunder God's Wrath, damage reduced. I'm actually totally okay with that. Level 1 ult, not too bad, 25 damage, but max level ult, especially with the refresher, 75 damage down. So with the refresher, that's 150, not including the passive, which kind of happens anyways. Lightning Hands. Who toggled Lightning Hands off? That shit always stays on. Standardize that, but they also nerfed it with 10 damage off. I think it's fine. I think the Zeus farming for damage is dead, but the Zeus utility hero, who coincidentally has the exact same build, believe it or not, I actually think it's fine. I'm okay with this. I would still play Zeus support. I'll wait a little bit for people to forget so they're not mad, like, oh, why are you still picking Zeus support? It got nerfed. I'll wait for them to forget, but I actually think the way I liked Zeus support is still quite relevant. In all the games I've played Zeus support, I mean, I played Zeus mid in the past, so this is not like 119 games of Zeus support, but probably everything on this screen was Zeus support and further back. I don't think I built Ags. I don't think I built Divine Rapier, like, once. Like, so few games get to that point. Losing ult damage does hurt, but I still think the utility of, like, canceling TPs with Nimbus is absurd, and, like, to me, is conceptually broken. Even though my actual win rate does not seem to be that impressive. Is this even like positive 50? I can't tell. All right. So that is the patch. Oh, I should have hid this whole time. I was using my coaching overlay to be the zoom out and the regular stream overlay to be the zoom in. All right. What do we think? I think I need more water. Malibu ended up getting in a game. Team bundles. What's in here? Do they have voice lines? They do. We can listen to some of the team bundles. There's only 16 of them. Before I do that, let me get some water, actually. My throat is dying. Okay. I was listening to some team bundles. Go Aurora. That's so funny.
Как делишки, ребятишки?
Опа, всем общий.
Мне просто не дают играть.
I'm glad they have these translations here.
Здесь другое микро, здесь нужно уворачиваться от спеллов.
Я дотер.
Ты об этом пожалеешь.
Why is this Oh, the effigy just gets the logo on top. I thought there would be like some kind of special effigy, but I guess it just keeps whatever you have.
This game is a banger.
All right, that's got to be broken. I'm out, brother.
Oops.
Еще посидим, еще посидим.
Careful, boys. No fighting.
Братанчик, ну это
They're
как
zooming around.
Животик болит, но я держусь.
Boyos, you're making me nervous. I didn't really look at the art that old school. What was theirs? I don't know what all this says in the back. The koi fish is very cool though. I like it. Good theme. Schlark. Can't understand. Iron Wing. What do they got? They got a little camera of some ninjas.
Why always me? I think you need a tea break.
Это уже на комбакнут. Хотя...
What's LGD got? Also... Now these guys followed the theme. These guys... They knew what was up. This is so bizarre to see. Do you think they had the players?
Lai Gaudi. Lai Gaudi. Laugandi. Zale Zonzi.
I feel like they had them say it. I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe they coached them through it. It's so funny. South American players on a Chinese team with Chinese voice lines. But it makes sense because they're appealing to like the old Chinese fans of LGD, but now with SA players. Here.
Time for a hydration break. It's gonna be bad, my brother.
Go jungle, give me the lane.
Fun. OG?
That's wild. Guys, watch me.
Wasn't this a voice line before? Maybe they redid it.
Lose, I don't care. As long as I spend the chat, I'm happy.
Seb's not on the team.
It's not looking good, guys.
Let's make this the longest game ever.
This has some uses. When someone DCs or when someone's like griefing and all that, throwing that in there.
Falcon around and find out.
Lol. Why is it like cutting out at the end? This is a good spray. This was a very iconic moment. What are these degrees? I don't actually know what that is. Is that like the location of the base or something?
Referee!
I kind of like that idea.
Dying. Ding, 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 money coming in.
Well, clearly we got some haters in here, so...
This is pretty. I feel like this is also pretty funny for when you get some toxic chats going. Team Resilience. I got to do some research on these guys. I really don't know much about them. They qualified through the Chinese region, which was a little bit of an upset. I don't even know who's on the team. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I have to do my homework later. Oh shit, here they are. It's been a while since I've seen some of them play. Big believer in New as a offlaner. The others, it's been a little bit since I've seen.
Go go go，出发喽！
我又不是最初的。那我问你
Фри игра вообще. Кто затровит?
Помогите! Короля не убить.
Old school. Old school. Yeah, I know of all those players, but I don't know what they've been up to. And I feel like that's why it was like a mild upset that they won the qualifier.
Старый, но опасный.
Принц прибыл.
Chill.
Дружочек, это Ватсон комбо.
Ща точно пойдет.
Это the bag.
I like that they included the coach. I feel like it's quite rare. Okay, actually, I think the liquid, I didn't process it because, you know, it was more of a drawing. But a lot of these don't include the coach in the pictures. Yo, where's your last guy, boys? You know, like, for example, here, you know, it's just the players, which, yeah, I get it. But I do feel like the coaches are pretty significant to the teams nowadays. So it's nice that they're, it's nice to see it, like, represented.
Nice. 懂你意思，兄弟，懂你意思。
那怎么办？
不知道呀。
Let's go。
小 K 一个。深度思考中。
I should have increased the volume, guys. I just remembered. I hope you could hear those. We increased it for earlier, and I brought it back down, and then I forgot. All right. One thing we must do before we forget. Where's my chat wheel? What the... Where the hell am I? Do I have to, like, claim it? Oh. Do I do it again? That wasn't the voice line, was it? Do I have to buy my own voice line? These other ones are here. I never used this one. What the heck? Wait, is there a difference? I don't even know. I just opened my 2025 one. Wait, is that not the voice line? Maybe I still have to buy my own voice line. What in the world? My chat wheel keybind is B and N. It's not actually important, you know? So it's further down the keyboard. And you only use it when you're, like, free and goofing, so it's fine that your finger's stretching over. That's my That's my philosophy. I guess I do have to buy my own voice line. I think I bought it last year. It popped in here, so I thought they gave it to me for having it, but I guess not. Is this gonna show up on screen? I can't dox myself. Should I get my own holographic, guys? I guess I have to. I guess I have to. Hold on. Business expense. This is for my own marketing. I must. Oh shit, what's my... Hold on, I gotta find... I can't remember my security code. Oh, damn, how'd you guys know it was 1, 2, 3? Oh, shit. Wait, and then my own autograph. We're gonna do a different autograph every year, I've decided. This year we did like kind of blocky writing. I think next year will be a like cursive attempt calligraphy, but I think it's gonna be really hard. If people want me to sign it, it's gonna be really hard. But I think for an autograph picture, I can make a cursive thing. But the ones I was testing when I was making the bundle, I cannot consistently draw nicely. But I think I want to do a different one like every year. And of course we're gonna get Ricky's. I get 50% of the money back. True, but then I also have to pay tax on that money I get back. So I get like 30-40% of it back or something. Okay. Hang on. What feels... So there we are, playing sniper support, right? There we are. And I screw up.
I've always wanted to be a giant space crab.
Oh, I wish I had a brain. Oh, I wish I had a brain. I need to be able to put these together more. Hey, Mom said it's my turn to throw.
And we're paused. Yeah!
Just use your own mic to repeat the voice lines. I don't know if I could recreate it. It's just not the same, you know? All right. Who is a hero that wasn't even mentioned that probably won by proxy of just every hero getting worse? Because most of those were nerfs. We can play one game here, I think. I'm not going to play that well, and I suspect we're going to play Venomancer and put 2 points in Snakebite. But let me look at the patch again and kind of think. Do a little thinkering. So item change. Let's see. I guess one question I have is, will the mid hero pool change a lot? Because one, a lot of the popular mids got nerfed, and then two, double nerf, hit with the Kaya. So if we have a different mix of mid heroes, which right now, mid heroes, in my opinion, the ideal is like a playmaking mid hero, someone who gets active early. Those were like the best, and it just fit with a lot of the other like draft considerations. If that switches, because a lot of those heroes that fit that bill are buying Kaya, and a lot of those heroes then got nerfed. Would you want more playmakers from the off lane and the... what's it called? The 4 support? Maybe 5? But who would fill in the gaps? So Queen of Pain actually went up. Like, this is actually a buff to her. I feel like Lena's nerf is not that bad. Omni... how much is this now? What's this Omni heal like? So let's say I, level 1. I have not taken any damage. Alright, I've taken some damage. Now I must wait. $530. Hmm. 13-second cooldown. This may not matter that much for support Omni, because you usually just leave this at a 1-point wonder. But core Omni... and let's say you've got like a phase boot, and let's say you bought soul rings. Something like that. $770. It's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. Now, you kind of had this before, because, I mean, it's 5% more healing, so it's not like he didn't have any of this before. But it is healing faster. I did see some offlane Omni performances that I liked around Drums of Endurance. I thought that was cool. Okay, who else? Largos. Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, I don't remember a Largo nerf. Yeah, okay, it brought me to the old patch. So Kaya feels like the biggest nerf itemization wise. The carry pool might shift a bit because Drow and SF got hit with some pretty solid nerfs. But they're going from S tier picks to maybe, you know, A to B. Urn got nerfed, which is too bad. But there were a lot of Urn buildings, and I think you'll still do it. Does this orb change? Is this enough to make anyone want to do it? Oh, I totally brushed over that Orb of Venom went from 10 to 12. 36 instead of 30 damage? For how much? 350. 36 extra damage per attack. Or like 6 extra damage with this buff. But there's nothing to build it into. For like a support, I mean. Maybe Mage Slayer? You're not building Hydra's Breath and Witchblade. Is there a carry that would like get a casual Orb of Venom? Probably not. into Hydra's Breath, I mean. Why does it keep bringing me back to this one? Support gyro? Four seconds less on homing missile. What do we have? 315 move speed, 5.2 armor. We gain a little bit of move speed when damaging people. 25% homing missile damage. 25%. And it's 360. And I think it could be leveled up further by something. Oh, I guess not. Or is it a shard? Does this shard benefit from that talent? I doubt it. But I think you would take it anyways if you're getting it. I'm sure it's doable, but I don't know if it's like actually worth it. Stop bringing me to 7.41D. Okay, what about the untouched heroes? Shadow Shaman's not on here, and I've actually been playing more Shadow Shaman lately anyways. I think he'll still be the hero we work on for a guide. The Ringmaster nerf doesn't really even feel like anything either. All right, I'm going to queue. Oh, it's showing more. Automatically select all roles with no role queue tokens available. Oh, wait, we got to change from Europe West. They're all asleep. US East, baby. 4 ping. We're back. I'm out of date. I will play Ringmaster or Shadow Shaman for this this one game, since I think they'll be fine. Maybe Zeus as well. Zeus or Venomancer could be in there. Do you have your new MMR? It's 6K. It's pretty much flat 6K. A little bit of change there. The funny thing is, Ancient Apparition's getting buffed, but then heroes like Necro are getting nerfed, and that's the reason you want AA. So, I mean, you may not pick them anymore. Oh, let's party up with Malibu and Math. Oh, they already have a party. I just saw him message me, but they filled in. All right, what queue are you, US East? It's all good. Refresher has no other value than what's it called? No, Refresher still has the HP regen and the mana regen, and then when you refresh, it does only work on your abilities. The Refresher shard that you get from the third Roche onwards is what that one had stats, and they removed it. How much MMR got adjusted for you? I think about 1,000. I took a long break. I wasn't really trying to, but I was getting married. I got moved. Like the last 2-3-ish months, I was really busy. So since coming back, I've been on a little bit of a losing trend as we like get back into form. Yeah, you can see like there's big gaps between games, and then just recently we're like back in it. So I had kind of dropped to about 7K, and then the recalibration has brought me back to 60, 68. So about 1,000 MMR. And then we will now climb. I guess I'm kind of curious where I end up now if we're tryharding. Originally, I had planned to hit like, to see if I could get to 8K plus. And as once I felt fully back into form and then like pushed it to actually improve. I don't know now. We'll see what the distribution ends up being. I think Lich is also okay. Like, I think he was in a fine spot, and he didn't really get touched. Rubik, I meant to say, did not get touched. Let's fill some of this out. So, Enchantress and Chen haven't really been popular, and they didn't really get nerfed, so maybe they'll go up too. Rubik seems fine. Ringmaster got a small nerf, but I don't even know if it matters. It's like the damage to creeps. I'm not really sure when that was such a big deal. I think Crystal Maiden's in a fine spot. She didn't get touched. Warlock for pubs will always be fine. And I'm going to clear some of these out. I feel like Shadow Demon has been a little slept on. Actually, I'm going to leave him in. Largo, my beloved. Shadow Demon, I feel like, has been a little bit slept on. And now maybe with the relative decrease in other heroes, he'll go up. I could see some potential in Skywrath as well. Oh, I feel the tiredness, guys. I don't know if I'm not going to play that well. Oh, whoa. Hey, October, thank you. I'm pretty hyped. Couldn't share it with anyone, but now we can. So, looking forward to it. Is this going to be the TI patch? Yeah, for sure. There's no way there's another one. Unless there's like some huge bugs, then they might do like some little patches, which they will. I'm sure there's little bugs, but yeah, there's no way there'll be another patch before TI, I imagine. 4-0 team. Do we know what's the format? They all play each other? Or they're like two different groups? Oh, it's Swiss, right? It's Swiss. I don't have... Where's my page for Dota TI? I usually have this booked. NA, my old fair gameplay again. EU, we were consistently getting game quality 4 and 5. Rip my... Oh, nice. Easy shackle hook. Let's go. What's your rank confidence at? I think I got it back to 100. I've been playing a lot this last week. Oh, never mind. I'm at 88. What are you at? Spirit Breaker 5. I don't believe in 5 Spirit Breaker, guys. I think I'd rather be position 5 Shaman. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess. He's as NA goes, not really saying anything. K for me. What does that mean? What does K for me? Does that mean K I'll go 4? Or I'm K being 5? Fine double melee? I mean, kind of true, but... Of course it's not. Lol. Double melee in the off lane works far better than any other lane because you can creep drag. But whatever. Okay. We'll do 5 SB. I don't really believe in it, but... I could have maybe bought a smoke for ourselves. Oh, gross. Phew. And we're pretty strong level 1. I'm just going to send it. I have a mid hoodwink, huh? I just processed that. What was her change? Wasn't she just nerfed? Was it not just straight nerfs, or... I mean, she's a hoodwink grandmaster, so I guess it's like, I am a hoodwink. I don't play other heroes. Oh my god. What a hook. Too bad Shackles is the tiniest range in the world. That's okay. We just healing. It's all good. He has mana for hook if needed, but there's a lot of creep, so I don't really want to force a fight. Okay, we take that. I'm rich as heck now.
Give him again.
I didn't fairy fire fast enough. I could have lived through that. Now, because he's dead twice, I can potentially go to another lane when I respawn. I can maybe try to go top, for example. Guess we will get to see the Zeus support. But maybe I should just keep going bottom. Let me just see where they're at. Yeah, top doesn't look that, like, tempting because the lane's pushing out. It's not that great. God, I am loaded with shit. There's a lot of creeps. I just want them to farm rather than like go for another kill, but at the same time, kind of would have been nice. Oh, we're not getting there, but I will check while I'm here.
Where I'm pulling, beware.
Tango, tango.
The lane's coming up. I don't want to It's getting tough to force fights into... Stomp, Centaur, stomp!
I'm gonna stack here, guys. Yeah, you bottom. Oh, go bottom, guys. Okay, okay.
There's no TP on MP.
I was trying to let them have it too. Can't let nature steal this. I don't think he will. It'd be really risky of him to, but I will head over anyways. We have all gone topsy-turvy on these lanes. I will come bottom to Twin Gate, I think, because I can't get there otherwise. And Pudge is doing well, so I want to keep working with Pudge in this early game.
Head top, guys.
Now I wish I'd gone for the rune. Yo, Ricky, what's up? The rare Ricky raiding into me because of the timings, not because you don't like me. I understand. Easy. Wait. Wow, my chat wheel didn't save. What the heck, guys?
Bottom.
Let's go good.
Do you wanna take it?
They have a ward, the sauce. Quick, get our chat wheel.
Oh, that was bad luck.
Oh shit, this is the wrong one. No. Wait. How do I undo this?
4 heroes here, Igor.
Oh shit, guys. I guess I don't need current time anymore, actually. I have that as an old... a relic of bygone days. I have my ult. We can take this
Now
tower.
we can push.
Oh, there are 5 of us down here. What in the world? I don't want to ult if we're going to commit this many heroes here.
Coming top.
I can't TP. I can't join, so I will just push mid. Am I gonna need to blink this game? Probably not. I'll do Aether Lens first. Pretty low, but not quite.
Smoke, you smoke, you smoke, you smoke.
Actually, I should have gone move speed. Oh, this is blocked. I want to shackle something for healing. Should have canceled early. I was already healthy.
Top guys, go top.
Nut. don't actually my ult, but I do think we should like push, you know?
Yeah.
Should I just use this? Better move, this is getting scary. Wow, I can't believe I got that actually. I was really pushing it. Still want the Mask of Madness. He doesn't believe the nerf is enough. No, the banner creep.
They're there, guys. We should start the fight on Downbreaker. Then he doesn't ult on us.
Someone will have to come here. There's a big wave.
Can I also?
Just gonna do it.
Matter?
We kind of knew they were all there. We should have been more careful. I did want us to bait for a hook, but this one's just a little deep, and then the guy came from behind us, so... yeah.
They don't have ults, guys. Whoa. We got TP. TP top.
We need range, bro. We need range.
We are gonna lose the tower in this. Damn, if I get like a couple more abilities off. Or if I take that 10 talent sooner. What does she have? Working on Ags, okay. Work from home Zeus, getting to work. Wasn't involved in any of that. That's my next item. Let's think about it. I should be with them. I kind of moved bottom by default, but that is Oh, you know, actually I should do 4 staff to help with Sprout, and it'll be my own mobility as well. Kind of sus about this. Oh shit, I don't have time for this actually. I wish I had gone deeper with that, but it's about to be daytime and I'm going to be in a really bad spot there. Did they see me? I might be about to die. Yeah, that's the daytime. I needed to go like hide in this tree. Okay. I guess we just got to keep chilling until Ags. Because this is where the draft is weird, right? There's like a hoodwink mid who can't really make plays. And then Pudge ended up doing like Spirit Vessel, which I agree with, but he doesn't have a blink. This guy's charges are all we have, really. Now, I could also get a blink, but like I'll be in trouble if I blink in. So that's why I'm trusting them to go first, and then I will follow up from the back. We could do Tormentor with my ult if we bring the heroes. We're mostly just waiting for Ags.
Come bottom, guys. Everybody come bottom. We're gonna need it.
They dusted him out, lol. I'm probably not really going to get a Shackles most of these games. Can we go for Tormentor? We have Venjags. I was originally trying to get over here to deep ward. I didn't expect the fight to break out like that.
Go.
wish this still had the damage amp. Zeusalt? Zeus is around here. Damn, this is actually so annoying. They're all global. It's actually impossible to take a fight. I think we need to just go. I should have just died and saved my ult for the fight. Oh no. Damn. Yo, he's in trees, you know?
Here, guys.
Okay. Maybe a Roche?
Yeah, should be a good pick.
Pudge is just taking everything. Okay, I think I might need a Ghost Scepter. Even though they're approaching the time they could do Nullifier. Okay, they're gonna have Global, so we kind of need to bait it and get out. Oh, we don't see anything. It's really hard. We need to push in a lane so that they show and then we can smoke. Okay, we can do it with that maybe. We keep Tumblr's toy because I skipped what's it called. Ugh, an observer just died there. Get out, get out. Can we twin gate and go with this guy? Never mind. Okay. Blind TP back for blind hook instead of the twin gate play. Okay, okay.
I'm gonna charge if I see him there.
First time you found someone in the wild who plays Dota? Let me think. When's the last time I have found someone? It's true. Most people I know of, like I meet, know of League more than Dota.
That's maybe an illusion.
Man, this last attack before I can hex. Then just starting to chonk. Okay, that was a buyback and our Aegis, but at least we got the moral victory and a lot of XP, you know? So we'll take it. And I have my Ghost Scepter now, so I will not keep getting deleted by what's his name. And I think we're going to go for... Actually, I'm a little torn because we are now running out of slots, right? So like the items I buy are the items I buy.
Shield up.
I don't have space for dust, so we're just having to use sentries. Damn. I'm not sure if I like that, but the deed is done. I'm gonna do BKB, I think. We can do Tormentor if we bring a hero or two.
Top.
Can't get there. Here's sentry first. If we take that DD, we can definitely do this. Gotta be fast. I might ult for it. 30 seconds with just 3 is a little dicey. Amplify is so strong, holy shit. It's so low cooldown now, actually. It's ridiculous. Why is Dawnbreaker ult 70 seconds, guys? Just keep holding bottom for Roche if we can.
Oh, fuck.
No, it's dumb to ward here. What?
Kill him, guys. Come here.
Did my
come
TP
bottom.
get cancelled or did I cancel it?
Kill him, he's
Like
alone.
a fool.
Charging him.
Can we check Roche? Damn. Regen. Damn, Roche, you're screwing me over here. Try not this. Bro, where is this Roche?
Rush.
Actual max range Roche, guys. What the heck is this?
Ah, he's going out. He tipped it.
What the heck? TP'd out in the middle of a Roche. That's crazy talk.
Shield.
Should I ask my team to do some wild shit and just like smoke into this tower? Lack thereof tower. Okay, my job is to just protect what's her name. And I got sidetracked by warding. This guy's hoodwinking so hard. Is that what he said earlier? We're not going to buy a gem until I finish this BKB. I'm losing all my health to Zeus. And this is what I mean, guys. Like, yes, it's nerfed, but still pretty absurd. I should be able to do bottom as well. Bro, forget that farm. Just go hit the bottom buildings. Okay, unironically, I think the game-winning play is to group up, smoke, and be in here. But, you know, I suspect that will not be the smoothest of plays. So... They won't have as many globals. Can we look for SF?
Yeah, we should kill down breaker.
I think SF is in his base, but like, yeah, this shit. I should drop my ult before that. I needed to ult before I started shackling. Should I buy back? Might be a game-winning moment here, actually. I wish I had a brain. It feels a little quiet. Maybe I should have boosted the audio on it. I thought I did boost the audio on it, to be honest. I know, it's pretty surreal. It's pretty surreal. Send us back 10 years to when we're playing at 2 a.m. in the college dorm. And I'm going to be... And we're pinging, I've got a brain in the game, right? Like, absurd. Glad your team maintained their mental. It was relatively maintained. There was a little bit of tilt and some breaking was close. Some breaking was close. The coordination was relatively good, all things considered. This guy got a little flamey. It wasn't that bad compared to like what it could be, but it was a little bit, there. So I feel like our lane was not bad. All things considered, like it's melee and short ranged into SF. We were actually winning that lane originally, but then SF just kind of like farms pretty quickly. And also, I feel like we had some strange moves on the map. But also this like endless global lineup, I think, caught us off guard. And it's easy to like lose a fight, and it's like, okay, we need to take a moment. Okay, let's go again. And then all the abilities are up. So I think the hard thing is, like, after we lose one global fight, we have to just go again. And we didn't do that a couple times in a row, which is what led them build a giant lead. But I was kind of right when I said, like, we just need to wait for Venjags. She got so much stronger with this item It's just how the hero works. And then got a Hydra's Breath like shortly after. And calling the objectives, I think, was also pretty big. We got both Tormentors and 2 Roches. And we had a little bit of luck. That one fight bottom, which was kind of dicey, Venge cooked because she was just kind of left alone. Well, okay, she did have the buyback, actually. But then she got left alone, and she was able to, like, clean everything up. Check the new Dota. Ah, yes! The new Dota Plus breakdown. Let's take a look. Okay, where was I feeding? How was I feeding? Teach me. Okay, so the scrolling is a little funny because of how the layout. Okay, so I dispelled a bunch because of my passive, I think. So I'm not really going to pay attention to that. So, oh my god, the base stats. That's so good. So base stats mitigated 3,000, and that's just from the armor we have. Foul play. So I guess that initial invulnerability is what that's counting, right? That 1 second of invulnerability time and the attacks that are coming in that moment. So that's pretty cool. But what's really cool is seeing Magic Wand stats, which is also a little funny because I had Magic Wand for most of the game and it was only 194. Ghost Scepter did not mitigate that much. I assume that's from the stats of Ghost Scepter, but it doesn't take into account the times we used Ghost Scepter, which I think I did once because I am dumb. But I guess it won't show when you can't take damage because perhaps you dodge Ghost Scepter or Yules and stuff. But then this magic mitigation, also pretty cool. So that's just our base resistance, the 25% that is doing a lot. I guess raindrops, self-explanatory, but let's see if we can shorten the time frame, right? When did I get those raindrops? Somewhere around here. And does it show now? This is still the totals, actually. Can we see... damn. I wanted to see the mitigation breakdown at the time frame. I thought that would work. Maybe it's bugged. Hold Alt for more details. I have to hold spacebar because I have the Alt modifier. My Ironwood Nut, guys. -2 magic mitigation. What a broken neutral item. I wanted to see the mitigation relative to the time frame we got it, you know? So we could see, like, that raindrop saved me from 500 damage, which was, like, all the damage in that time frame or something, and kind of show some of that value. Actually, what's a really good stat for you guys, and I'm going to tell you we're going to be looking at this in the replay streams. So let's say laning at 6 minutes. If your auto attack damage is below your spells, I mean, not like totally, like each individual, okay, well, it would depend on the hero, but you should have a good chunk of auto attack damage. And I think this will be very interesting to look at in future replay streams where we take a look at this time frame and we show, like, buddy, you've done 200 damage in 10 minutes of laning with your auto attacks, you know? Or like, hey, you've only done X amount. I think that'll be really interesting to be able to look at because a lot of these fights should be the auto attacks, right? I can actually show it here. When we trade with Io, it's mostly auto attacks and then some spells. And that should be how a lot of laning goes. But what a lot of people do is heavily rely on spells. Let's see Zeus, actually. This could be interesting. So my opinion is Zeus should also be a hero where a lot of the damage comes from auto attacks and innates, but most of his is coming from this, which I suppose in this lane is a little bit more understandable, but yeah, for example, I think this Zeus should have more auto attack and static field damage rather than, not like more as in over lightning bolt, but like it should be a little closer. I think a lot of the damage should come from auto attacks. So this is very cool to me, and I will be using this to flame our own gameplay and flame all y'all's gameplay in the replay streams. What else we got? This looks all about the same. Buffs. Can we look at like the time window? Doesn't seem like it. Huh. Okay, so I do really like this time frame breakdown, but I wish it applied to this mitigation, because this is actually what I am the most interested in. Like, for example, being able to see how much Mystical did. Like, that could be really cool. I'll also be honest, the magic wand mitigation is a lot less than I thought it would. Maybe let's check out a core. They wouldn't hold it for the whole time. Here we go. Some like Wave of Terror mitigation breakdown. Is there a talent that gives armor? I forget. Wait, what is this? Oh, the attack damage reduction. Wow, it's even calculating that, I suppose. So she reduced someone's damage who then attacked her allies. Ally damage contribution. Now this is cool. We can kind of see the value of the aura and potentially like Vlad's and stuff. Hoodwink was winking for sure. Ooh, and then you could see things like the shard on mitigated 4 allies. The pipe saving me a lot, at least. Hoodwink mitigating with the Mage Slayer. Right, this is gonna be cool to be able to see. What did they build? Maybe the value of like Deso and AC, how it boosts your carry. Didn't Spearbreaker build like Solar Crest? Yeah, so you can show some of that. I'm surprised it's not showing damage boosted for Solar Crest. I guess it's not accounting for... Wait. It still does it, right? Am I dumb? Solar Crest still gives. Yeah, it gives attack speed. I was like, am I stupid? Is it like just a barrier? No, but it doesn't seem to calculate that, or literally no one attacked while they had Solar Crest. I suppose maybe that's an option. Io, show me Io stuff. Glimmer value. Physical mitigation mech, that's the armor. Ooh, casual shawl values, potentially. I don't think he got that till later. I'm surprised Overcharge did so little, actually. Sorry, Overcharge here, not this. Overcharge still gives attack speed, right? Where am I looking for Io? Yeah, bonus attack speed and Solar Crest has attack speed. So I guess the mitigation calculation whatevers are not ally damage contribution. This doesn't seem to be accounting for attack speed, which is a shame. It's only accounting for like actual damage boosts and negative armor. But attack speed is a huge part of that calculation, so that's a shame. Maybe that's an oversight, and hopefully they can look into that. Or maybe they tried and they were like, God damn, this is too hard to figure out. Let's just not show it. But that's too bad. I love this. I love being able to see. This cannot be correct, by the way, guys. There's no way Possessed Mask up to tier 4 is the play. She must have had the most dog shit options out there. That can't be good. Anything else? No. Okay. Very cool mitigation concept. I hope they add in the attack speed. I think it could really use that. Just because like so many buff items are attack speed. You know, like Drum, Solar, Bloodlust. Move speed, I guess, is definitely too hard to calculate. I guess attack speed is a little tough to calculate, isn't it? It's probably just not possible. Maybe they could just like show percentage of time damage. Maybe you can't show the exact amount from attack speed, but you could show like, I guess they have the buff duration, don't they? This, right? So you can see, actually maybe it's here. Hold on, let's take a look. It's annoying you got to do it like this way. Okay, buffs. No, it doesn't really show like the amount of damage dealt during the buffs, but it does show the times he was buffing people. Interesting. I mean, yeah, every time he's charging, 800 seconds of charge is interesting. It never really occurred to me, but that means a quarter of this game he is charging, or I guess has the like post charge buff, right? It like lingers a little bit, doesn't it? Or is that the old? Was that the old thing? Empowering haste. Actually, wait, was that its own buff? I don't see it here. Maybe empowering haste is under this. Or maybe it's not, and truly he was just charging for over a quarter of the game. It's mitigation, right? So it should be small for wand. Yeah, I guess I was just thinking, like, if you're picking up the wand at, like, let's say you build it at 3 minutes. I just would have thought over the course of a 40-minute game, it would do more than that, like, tiny percent. Like, the 3 stats would, like, add up to be more, I guess. But, I mean, it's one sample size. So we'll look at it in the future and we'll see. Okay. Very cool. I will do predictions and fantasy later. I kind of need to, I don't know, think it through a little bit more. And it's all a crapshoot anyways, to be honest. So I'll probably fill it up next time we stream. We will be streaming tomorrow, Friday. But it'll start later than usual. I have to do something in the around like lunchtime. So it will probably be a later stream than typical, and maybe I'll check with Ricky and them. Maybe we can do like some party games in the night. I'm usually not in the party games because by the time I finish streaming, that's when everyone else starts doing party games. But if we stream late, maybe we can join some. Okay. Let me know tomorrow if you guys find some broken stuff. It does seem to be a smaller patch, so I don't really expect there to be too much, but if you think someone is better than I thought, or we didn't really talk through, let me know. Ricky rated us. I guess we should pass that along. Let me see who is streaming right now. Being slow. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Maybe let's go somewhere smaller today. Okay. Twitch gang, thank you so much for hanging out. I mean, YouTube gang as well. Everyone, thank you for hanging out. Twitch people, gonna send you on a raid. YouTube people, no feature for that, so y'all are just free to go. Back tomorrow, late stream a little bit. We will play the patch and just figure stuff out, and I guess I will fill out the predictions tomorrow as well, but I can't really like promise all that much. Don't expect too much from me. Okay, Twitch people, bye bye. YouTube, bye.